That was hella funny though. Ugh. Need a little break before the review. We owe one armor. I'm making some food, Mr. Black, come on up. We need to we need to figure out how we're gonna do this debate.
That ass though.
Hey, if we do this right though, this could be like a setup for like other debates between like one-on-one kind of thing, you know?
For sure. But we have to stay from far away from the
Where
dumb
we
shit.
get
You know what I'm saying? We have to stay far away
Yeah,
from
of course. Yeah. That's the number one. Yeah.
Yeah. But as long as we do
100%,
it right,
100%.
it could be good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we can definitely prepare for it. Yeah, the whole format of like, I don't know what kind of style they want. You know, there's like
You kinda choppy
a
right now.
mediator, kind of. Oh yeah, hold up. I heard choppy. I'm pretty choppy. Still
Yeah, a
choppy.
little bit. No, you good now.
Hold up. Don't break your finger now.
You gotta get the likes up, bro. That's the only way people are
Facts.
coming.
I appreciate it. Yeah. I did. I ran it up 3,000 for you when I saw you. I just couldn't get involved because I had to go back to sleep, but I was listening in a little bit. You had smoke. People were coming for your neck.
That ass though. It's coming, but
You were like, look, man, don't drag me into that shit.
that ass, right? They always try and bring me into it. They having a whole debate with somebody else.
Man, tell me about it. I've been in that same situation. Even before I met you, I already got into it with some of my Eritrean brothers. People I thought were really good friends too, you know, and all it took was like one person that they thought I agreed with, you know, and they thought that I should have had their back or I should have done this or that. It's like those are crazy ass requirements, you know, to put on anybody.
That's why I'm trying to stay quiet.
Yeah, well, once you got a good flow of things, you know, you don't have to intervene too much. But they have to know how to they gotta know how to act, bro. Some people just want to come on here and I don't know, like, I guess they don't get. Then get
Even
off
that
with it.
girl.
Go
Remember that
ahead.
girl from the other day?
Which one?
She was
Which one?
yelling, but she was thinking that I was only siding with the men or some shit.
Oh, earlier this morning.
No, I think it was yesterday or the day before.
Maybe because I remember I was like kind of multitasking. Was I like
Oh yeah,
like, or was I just sitting there?
yeah. I think you was probably just sitting there, but she was saying that I was going with the guys. I'm like, if you really up here and watch what goes on, I'm literally letting people do what they do, and if the men start disrespecting you, yes, I'm gonna say something sometimes, but if you come in with some outlandish wrong shit, then you gotta understand people gonna get mad.
Right, right. Like expect the same energy to be delivered back, especially if you're dishing shit out too. And
Exactly.
if
But
you're not,
she
yeah.
wasn't dishing shit out, but she was very loud and very aggressive. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Well, that's the equivalent of talking shit.
Like no, she wasn't talking shit though, but she was just loud and aggressive. You see what I'm saying?
Right, right. I hear you. Yeah, yeah.
It
The
was just,
alpha female in the bunch.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you can't. It's either the men and the women, or it's the FBA and the Africans, or it's the indigenous folks and the Jamaicans.
Exactly.
It's like you got it from all sides, bro.
Yeah, that. And then some Jamaicans trying to see if I'm really Jamaican and all types of shit. I'm like,
Oh man,
that nigga's
man,
crazy.
just get it where you can get it.
Right.
But yeah, you can't sweat too much about that because imagine you thinking about all those situations and caring,
No, I
right?
don't
You
I
gotta
don't
not
care.
care.
Trust me.
No,
Trust me.
no, that's what I'm saying. Just imagine, like, I know you don't. I'm saying, just imagine someone giving that much thought and energy to
Oh
what
yeah.
somebody else thinks about you online.
True.
I did hear someone. I jumped in a little bit, just a little bit, but I was hearing you talking about somebody that's like coming for you. Is that for real in like your own
Somebody was
neighborhood?
Oh no no
That's
he oh yeah
crazy.
he said something, but he didn't really do he didn't do anything, or he's not gonna be able to, but I ain't really worried about him at all, bro.
I hear you. But watch your back for sure, because you never know. Some of these crazy folks, they take shit to. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Nah, yeah, but he didn't say he was gonna do anything. He said he gonna check me. I was
No,
like,
what?
you know what I'm saying? I was like, he said he
I
was gonna
mean,
check me. I was like, okay.
man, having pride in your culture and your people is now gangbanging. You feel me? Now it's like every time we're proud of something, it's like we're throwing up the set. You feel me? Like
Exactly. Like y'all crazy.
it's like what has this come to,
But
my guy?
did you hear the story of it though? The whole story of it?
No, I did not. I barely caught a little bit
Okay.
of it. No, go
Okay.
ahead, tell me.
He literally was cool with me. He was one of the first people to actually join my live when I first went live. And we was going to get against the YT together. And he
Okay.
literally,
Some solidarity.
yeah, we was cool. We was cool. And he came
Go
to my
ahead,
live
go
a
ahead.
couple
Sorry.
more times after. And then one time I see him sitting in a YT live that was talking about black people, but I didn't hear him saying nothing. But
Right.
he said that he was going against them, but I don't know. But then he found that I was Jamaican. Then he flipped the whole script. I
Oh,
was
that's
like, what
all
the
he needed
fuck?
to know. That's all he had to find out to turn on you.
Dead ass. I'm
So
like,
he
what the?
is he FBA?
Yeah, he's an FBA from New York. I'm like, you're a
Oh, well,
fool.
that makes sense.
No, that
From
don't
New
make no
York.
sense. That don't make no sense if he's from
Yeah,
New York.
that don't make no sense. It's so diverse in New York. Like you're gonna have to step on everybody.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's an idiot. Yeah, I'm sorry that
Yeah.
happened though. Like, that's stupid as
No,
fuck.
I don't
Did you?
care.
Did
I
you?
don't care. This is
Yo,
just
Black.
internet online people.
Facts. Hey, Black. Did you when you were cool with him? Did you know he was a FBA? Like, or did you
Honestly,
find
I
out
didn't.
when he started hating on you?
I found out when he started hating, but I thought that he was just a regular black dude from Hempstead. You know what I'm saying? Because
Come to find
we
out, that
related.
was
We
not
related.
true.
We from the same hood. Like we you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh,
Yeah, yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Hey, Birdie. Oh, Birdie, come on up, bro. Birdie, I'm gonna need some help.
It happened a minute ago, bro.
We gotta stay together. I mean, I'm not Jamaican, but
Hi guys, I've been keeping the streets safe.
What's good with
what's
that?
up?
What's up, guys?
What you doing right now? Nah, I don't need no help, brother. This happened a minute ago, so
I'm just joking.
I've been forgot about it. I just was reiterating the story about how people.
What happened to
No,
you,
yeah,
sir?
appreciate it.
Nothing happened. Nothing happened.
Oh,
Nothing
Somebody
happened.
just made
Nothing
a thread
going happened.
online.
that
He just
happened.
People be.
he just made a thread online. That's it.
Oh, somebody made three.
Oh, he gonna check
Of
me in my
course.
because we're from the same hood. And once he found out I was Jamaican, he was like, "Oh, I'm an FBA. Fuck out of here." I'm like, "Nigga, you was just cool with me for like 3 weeks."
That's crazy. That's hella crazy. What's up, Birdie? How you doing, brother? Chilling. Just got out of work. I'm just getting some food. Gotta come up here. I haven't been up in a minute. Oh, I was up here last night, but during the day, I barely come out during the day. So, you feel me? How you been?
I've been good, man. Chilling.
Awesome, Birdie. You've been active out here in these streets, Birdie. I be seeing you on different people's panels. I'm like, okay,
He be
Birdie.
You're
everywhere.
active. If you see me, that means
Diversifying
you
his
active.
chats.
If you see me, that means you active. You know what I mean? That means you out here in these streets with me.
You're interactive though. You know, I be the observer. I be watching from the side. You feel me? Nah, sometimes I jump in with you, but sometimes I do just want to chill and just watch and listen. You know.
Same here.
But I'm waiting for you to lay the bars down. I'm like, where's Birdie at? And then I hear you. I'm like, all right, here we go. That's the only time I tune in.
Nah, I be catching him in TikTok live.
Yeah, only been over there a couple times. I gotta go fuck with my boy more often.
I fuck with him when he
Who's
talking
that?
more. But when he playing the videos, I get bored fast, man.
Okay.
Oh, he got a whole PowerPoint or slideshows and shit.
Nah, he be playing some good videos, but it's just I'd rather the conversation more than just watch a video. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, that gets old fast for sure. You got to keep it interactive. Birdie, me and
people
Black
fuck with it,
are gonna start doing debates, like one-on-one debates. We're gonna try to set it up right. We already have our first suspects, but we're gonna give it a trial. You know,
You did trial
see
run.
how it goes. What was that? Yeah, trial run for sure. Yo, what up, Flacco?
Bro.
Is it me?
What's this about? Y'all, what y'all don't like FBAs or what?
You came to the right panel, brother. It's not that we don't like them, bro. They don't like us. They don't like us Jamaicans, Africans, Caribbeans. You feel me? So
I fuck with some of them.
They like us.
Yeah, I don't think that.
Yeah, most of them like us, you know, because there's more of them that like us than not. You feel me? But I don't know how fast this is growing because it is a small percentage, you know. But we just trying to check in. We're trying to check in with the
That's why I
FBA.
told you I'm keeping
Nah,
the
he's not
streets
white.
clean.
He's not white. We already had the vetting system, brother.
It's okay.
No,
I get it.
FBA,
The person below me is FBA.
Yo, Flocka, you were up
joking.
here yesterday, right? You were up here last night.
No, not me.
Oh, not you, brother? Oh, okay. Well, can you introduce yourself to the panel with your age, your race, where you're from?
That's not your name, bro.
I'm sorry. Your age, not your name, brother. Your age, your race or ethnicity, and where you're from, please. I do this with everybody, all right? So don't think I'm singling you out.
Oh, he out of
And
here.
there he goes.
Yeah.
That nigga wanted. He got a warrant out. He got a warrant out for his ass.
But
Nigga like, fuck that. I got a bench warrant. He just
he like, yeah, I'm about to get packed out in this one.
He
He's
saw
like, yeah,
West. He
man.
saw West in there coming in. You know, he
He
probably
seen
said
West
they
African, two
probably bet.
Jamaican flags, and a black dude with a white voice. Oh yeah, he knew he was about to set up
What are you guys talking about?
And just
because
to,
the
Block
dude that
from
just came in
the
here.
from the boys.
right, and just to add
Guys, I
up,
think I want to be an FBA.
West
hey,
Africa
hey,
thinks she a FBA. She thinks she a
I
FBA.
want to be an FBA, guys. Will you guys accept me?
yo, what's the initiation process like for an FBA? What do you think we would do?
Vote for Trump.
You have to be from the same lineage. We're not from the same lineage.
You
You
gotta
got to
vote
be
for
from the
Trump.
same delineation. I can't even say the word.
Yeah,
Delineage.
yeah.
You got to
You
be
gotta
from the same
be.
delineage.
Are
So you got to
you? If
hate
you
on the
join
same
this, are
people.
you willing to?
Are you willing to
Yeah. Are
put
you? You
yourself
gotta
in
be.
people's
You
other
gotta be willing
places?
to delineate from Caribbeans and Africans.
Oh
I would
yeah,
never.
that's gonna
Yeah.
be.
I would never do that.
That's literally what they're saying
I'm
though.
just
Like
joking.
that's how.
I know.
Who
These
was
these
the?
FBAs is foolish. That other dude knew he was about to get jumped. He had a whirlwind coming from him.
He's all. I'm outnumbered.
He like a black dude with a white voice, two
You
Jamaican
know,
flags.
man. Yo, Black. Maybe that's why he was like, "Are you white? Can you be on my squad? Can you be on this side?"
Yep, he thought he had a friend, and then yep,
Okay, let's go back to the debate thing. So how are we gonna so yeah, we got I got your phone number now, so maybe we don't have to talk about it here, but I heard a little they wanted to put money on it. I don't think we should let them put money on it, but we should
I
have
don't
like
think they're gonna put money on it
a unanimous decision, like, but we need like random people to be the judges, like people that can't be
I'm
biased, you feel
definitely a
me?
judge. I'm definitely a judge.
Okay, there's Birdie, and
Yeah,
Birdie doesn't know both of them, so that kind of helps.
yeah,
You
that
feel
helps a
me?
lot.
So we need just people that are watching that'll be our judges, maybe like 5 of them, right? And after they're done, we can have like a fair vote. You feel me?
No, for sure.
But you gotta have a criteria for voting, though. You gotta have a criteria too.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about.
Like, what are you voting
Exactly.
for? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you got these are the only things you can vote on. Like, the delivery, the
Mm,
factuality of the information,
there you go.
and you know what I mean. Shit, even decorum. You got to put decorum points, and that's the only way. That's the only way
Oh
you're gonna get a fair.
man, that's a good ass idea, Birdie. I didn't even
That
think
I
was.
about
know.
that one. So
I
they
know.
know how to regulate themselves just to get a better
Yeah, so
outcome.
they know what they right. So
No,
they know what they're getting points for. You know what I mean?
And we need
So it
that's
should be
three
the
fact checkers from 3 different sites.
yes, we sure do.
3 different fact checkers for 3 different sites, and
And
then
maybe before they submit their evidence, Black, we can fact check it for them, so we know like we don't have to do it in between the
or you
debate.
just or
yeah, true.
you give them limitations to where the resources could come from. I think it only come from .gov.
Oh
You
yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah.
But we got some other sources though, like that newspaper one, Black, like
Which
things
one?
like that. Um,
Britannica.
Well,
I don't know where he got that.
I know about
depends on what they
Britannica
it
because
depends
somebody
on
said
what
that they
they
use in college. A smart guy.
depends on what they're arguing too, though. Depends on what they're arguing too, though.
Yeah. Well, we can't tell you, Birdie, because you might be biased straight off the bat. We got to keep you like how the jury duty
I'm
does
not.
it.
I'm never gonna be biased. I'm not biased. You think I'm biased? I'm just truthful.
I know, no. Just like
No,
you know
no,
how
it's
the jury
biased
does
to
shit,
the
you
to
can't
the
tell the
thing that they
jury
talk
shit.
about. Yeah,
Yeah, you just can't tell them. It's not that I don't want to let you in on it,
I
Birdie.
know all the talking points. I know all the escape routes when motherfuckers trying to wiggle their way out of shit. I know. So, nigga ain't gonna trick me
Okay,
with no
so we
false
got
information or no false
we got
narrative.
one candidate though, Black. We got to find someone just like Birdie that don't know both of them and don't know any of the topics. You feel me?
that's a fact. That's a fact. We need how many judges though? What, two,
I
three?
would say, yeah, the most 5, but yeah, somewhere around there for sure.
Because if we have 5, all right. If we have 5, or we can leave it to the comments too, though,
That's what I'm saying. They can just be viewing and then
as
make
like
it.
the
Then they can
final
just give us
final
a
vote.
yeah. They give us a final thing exactly.
Yeah. Now
just
we
so
could do that.
nobody feels cheated or slighted or any of that. So yeah, he comes up to me, right, Black, and he's like, "Bro, Black is not giving no. He's not giving me no chance to speak. He's dropping me." And like, I barely know Mansa too, but Mansa liked I guess the way the way I ran my panel. So he was like, "Can you please just like, can you set up a debate between me and him?" And I was like, "All right, man." And I had he called me, so I had to like I had to take notes about what his issues were because they really stem from like things that they already argued about. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I'm like, why is it even a debate then if you guys already talked about it? You know?
And they already proved it wrong.
Right, or
Not wrong.
whatever.
Matter of fact, he didn't even prove it wrong. Actually, we just proved that wherever he sent us was downloaded from a website, and it was right there on the screen.
Yeah, and I heard you guys called it out and all that stuff. But either way, it's like I know how he gets down too, you know. So it's like that shit gets annoying on your panel too. You feel me? When you're trying to regulate or let people speak, like having those two people go at it is crazy.
Is Tahaka and him? Oh my God.
Yeah,
It's gonna be crazy. People gonna have to put fruits and F1s in the chat, all types of shit.
Yeah, but hopefully in the debate, none of that goes down, you know. And we can do this. We can do this quickly. We can do it like under 10 minutes. You feel me? Like or maybe at least under a half hour, you know, to get through it.
It has to be a little bit long form, like an hour.
Okay, so, that's fair enough.
So at least people could sit there and watch it, and
that's true.
There's gonna be funny moments. It's gonna be funny.
And then we can have like a discussion after. We're gonna let people up if they have any supporting, you know.
Yeah.
Like
after to see who won.
Right. Well, the judges are gonna do that, right? But then you can have
the judges are gonna do that, but then the fans can always come up and have their opinions on who won.
Right.
It's like battle rap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, you fuckers work your shit out.
And then we just leave them with the gloves, and they can box it out.
Nah, you already know that they're gonna hurl insults at each other. You know
on their own platforms, though, not on ours. What's up, Alfonso? Oh, what were you saying?
No, I was about to say Tahaka definitely gonna turn up.
Yeah, I feel like they both are. Alfonso, what up, brother? How you doing? Welcome to the panel.
Tahaka be killing it though.
Yeah. He be going crazy, but the other nigga is funny as hell. He always come in. The champ is here.
Yeah.
And his voice is
who's the other dude?
I appreciate Mansa. His name's Mansa, brother.
I think I know him.
Yeah. Now you have a bias, and now you can't be a judge. I'm joking.
Whatever. I'm the one giving you the breakdown on the shit, man.
Yeah, facts.
That's a fact.
Let me go ahead and introduce Alfonso. Alfonso, what's up, man? How you doing?
Good. Yourself?
I'm all right. We're just hanging in here. Do you want to introduce yourself with your age, your race, ethnicity, and where you're from, please?
Yeah, Alfonso, 31, black, and then black American.
Okay, brother. Welcome to the panel, my brother. Do you want to address any of these questions, or do you want to respond to anything we said? I don't think we said anything too exciting about.
Is he FBA? I think he's FBA.
Yes, I mean, by definition, yes.
I got you, brother. Welcome to the panel, brother. Do you want to answer one of the questions, my brother Alfonso? I hear crazy background noise, guys. Can you guys go?
Let me see. I guess the first one. I think that's just a generalization. I don't believe that's, you know, all FBAs or even people that go by the term FBA that are doing that, because I'm not really one of the people that's for that. Like, I do have my issues with immigration as far as, you know, rather you're coming to the country legally or not. But I'm not one that's going to go out of my way to say, hey, I'm going to report this person, or if I have an issue with someone that has a accent, I'm not going to go out of my way and be like, well, you know what? You said something that disrespected me, so I feel like you're an immigrant and I'm going to call ICE. Like, that's not something I would do. And I know there's plenty of others that are just like me that don't feel that way as well. Are there FBAs that do that? I agree. And yeah, there are ones that do it, and I don't really agree with that. But I also do understand the issues at hand and why some of them would do that. I'm not justifying it, but I do understand it.
So you know personally some people that have gone out their way to call ICE on people?
No, I don't know anybody that have done it, like not any of my people or anybody, but I've seen posts where people are talking about do it or that they would do it, or some of the videos that have popped up with people that said, yeah, I just did it for the first time. But me personally, anybody within my own circle, no, I don't know anybody that's done that personally.
I got you. And do you have other do you have immigrant friends, Alfonso, or any other ethnicities, Africans, Jamaicans, Caribbeans? Do you have other friends that you hang out with, talk to, or do you want nothing to do with them?
No, I wouldn't say I wouldn't want nothing to do with them altogether. I mean, me personally, like, I'm from Minnesota originally, but I was raised in Chicago. So, like, my really, really close friends are actually Puerto Rican, right? I mean, and I know they're not immigrants technically, but, you know, people still find their issue with Puerto Ricans and think that they are immigrants, even though we know it's a territory of the United States of America. But, like, I don't have an issue with immigrants or other people individually. I think once I meet you, we can go from there. I think it's just the politics behind certain movements that I don't agree with, or you know, me personally, I don't like I'll just speak for Black immigrants. Black immigrants taking the representation of Black Americans. I'm not against them holding like political positions, but I think when it comes to policies that directly affect Black Americans, such as reparations, I don't think that Black immigrants are in the right to speak on our behalf.
Okay, fair enough, Alfonso.
So what about white immigrants? You have a problem with white immigrants?
I will let my brothers Bertie and Black respond to that too, and then I'll introduce HS and Ocello here just to get to know you, Alfonso.
Yeah.
So do you have a problem with white immigrants making decisions on behalf of Black Americans? I mean, who you trust more?
Repeat that last part. I'm sorry. I heard the white immigrant or YT immigrant. Sorry.
I said do you have a problem with white immigrants making decisions on Black Americans' behalf? I mean,
yes, I have an issue with anybody that is not a Black American speaking on our behalf, especially when it comes to reparations. I don't care what your skin color is or ethnicity. If it's not a Black American, you haven't endured the traumas and that pain. Not saying that we don't share history with each other. Yeah.
All right. On the question of reparations, who will you be going to beg for the money if you did have a meeting with the Reparations Bureau? Who would you be meeting with? Black people or white people?
So I wouldn't be going to beg anybody, because begging.
Well, okay. I mean, excuse me. Ask for your reparations. Kindly ask. So if you kindly was going to ask for your reparations, who would you be kindly asking?
So one of the main people definitely would be Europeans or YT people, simply because that is something that is owed to us. It was given to people here in California, and then it was taken back away. It is something that is still owed to us, and they are indebted. And, you know, their biggest argument will be, hey, well, you were never a slave. But we know very much that wealth and debts are passed down. So that's a debt that they still hold, and we are the inheritance. We are the beneficiaries of that inheritance.
Okay.
So it would definitely be the government's, you know, the at hand here in America.
Are you aware of the emotion of the Congolese president who went to the UN the other day and spoke on behalf of Black Americans as far as you guys deserve reparations? The fact that what happened.
Whose president was that? Sorry.
Yo, I just dropped my soup real quick. I haven't had to clean this shit up. Black, can you control? Hey, Birdie, I feel like there's a lot of
Yeah, I
background
got you.
noise on your thing. Can you drop and come right back up, Birdie? I think
I
something's up
don't
with
think
your
that's
mic, bro.
mine. I think that's his. I think that's
I think you're
dudes. You need
right.
to
I
mute
think
up.
you're right because he just muted. Yeah, Alfonso, when you're not talking,
Yeah,
just mute up for us, okay? Appreciate it. I'll be right back, guys. I
yeah.
was about to
Shush,
eat and I
bullshit.
dropped this fucking soup. I'll be right
That's
back.
what you get. But yeah, so I mean, at the end of the day, you still gotta crawl to somebody that's not black. So I don't know what you're so afraid of black people who are descendants of African or Caribbean. Why you so anti them in politics compared to a European who definitely don't got your rights, your best interest at hand. I mean, I don't hear you guys fighting against this all white administration that Donald Trump got. It's an all white administration. Got one black guy's in administration. One.
Exactly.
So
Yeah, so with
where's
that,
the
I never said that I was anti-black immigrants being in politics. I said speaking on our behalf. That is very specific. I never said I was
so
against that. And
that's what I'm
there's not
saying. So if the Congolese president just went and spoke on your behalf at the yeah, mute up your phone, mute up your thing real quick while you're not talking. So at the UN, why would you say, okay, how many white politicians from anywhere spoke on behalf of black Americans that they need to get their reparations? Do you have an account for that, sir?
Yeah, I think you're confusing what I'm saying. I don't want them to speak
I'm
on our
not
behalf.
confused.
I don't want them to speak on our behalf either. The only thing they should be doing is putting in the policy. We should be coming forward as our own people and speaking on what we want, and then they can put that into
But
documentation.
as
I don't want
as
them
an
to speak for us.
as an introductory stage, shouldn't you appreciate the fact that some other black person from other country is speaking up saying that you guys deserve it, you guys been through the worst, and there's no other atrocity as bad as what happened to black Americans. For a person who's not black American to say that, to kind of spark that movement of reparations, don't you think that's a plus? Don't you think that should be welcomed? Yes or no?
That's not what I mean. What I mean is by being the face of it. I'm not against someone saying, "Hey, they deserve reparations." That I'm not against. I mean, if you just come out and say that, but also to say they didn't spark that conversation. The reparations
I'm not
conversation
saying.
was
I'm
always
saying what I'm
existed.
saying is I understand that. What I'm saying, don't you think that rhetoric kind of puts some more fire to the flame? That's what I'm saying. It's a flame going on. The rhetoric he used, don't you think that gives the fire a little more robust heat? Yes or no?
I mean, it could, but I don't see it. I feel like it still should be us on the representation. I accept and, I thank him for doing that. Like, I don't have an issue with someone saying we deserve reparations. I'm specifically speaking to the fact of representation, who is going to be the leader in the forefront, and I feel that should be black American faces. Just as any issue that goes on in the Congo, we may say, hey, free Congo and all this, but as far as somebody that is the leader and pushing for that should be somebody from Congo. It shouldn't be a black American.
But you gotta understand, brothers, that the fight is the same fight. And I know y'all want to differentiate it, but you can if you need to. But the main culprit is the same person that's doing the same shit to both sides of the ocean, brother. That's all I'm saying is for you to look at it like that and not come up with the rhetoric of, oh, black foreigners need not to say anything or speak on our behalf. It's not that makes no sense.
I'm not saying the same. I'm not saying that it's not the same oppressor or it's not the same any enemy. I'm just saying it's different issues that are taking place, and the reason I can't
Different
speak on
issue,
your
same
behalf,
result.
huh?
Different issue, same result.
Right,
Different
right.
issue, same result.
Right,
Black people
understandable.
getting
But the
hurt.
thing is, the reason what I'm saying is I can't speak on your behalf as far as like, yes, I can say free you guys, I can do all this, right? But I can't speak on your, and not you, let me say, because specifically it was the Congo. I can't speak on behalf of Congo because I haven't endured. I don't know the full depth of everything, opposed to I know what it is to be a black American here in America. That has been my life. That has been
So
my
you don't have the
experience.
so you don't have the capacity of empathy to see that, man. There's
No,
other
man, we
people
don't need no
going through it.
fucking empathy, bro. We don't want them speaking for us. Fuck
I
you
want
calling somebody else to speak for you.
Yeah, Drum,
I
his
have a thing
ass.
to say. The Cubans have helped over like 40 African nations for liberation. You know, certain people are with the same fight. You know, doesn't matter where it comes from. You know, you never know what's going on. It's like Cuba had slavery longer than the United States, and also had it 20 years after the United States did. You know, and certain people around the world, you there's different perspectives. So I like to answer the question for number three, or I guess number two. You know, I'm from Miami and I'm in Minnesota with you, and I know all the Africans that are here in Minnesota, from Ghana, Nigeria, Liberia, the East Africans, the Somalians, the Ethiopians, you know, and I'm a Cuban American Nicaraguan from Miami in Minnesota. And I grew up in Black American spaces in the foster care system. And, you know, a lot of people are ignorant to different cultures and what different people have to offer, you know. It's like right now,
Mm-hmm.
Jamaica and all the Caribbeans is getting hit by one hurricane. It's all different people, but one hurricane.
Mm-hmm. One big storm. That's what we living in.
Did you excuse me? Welcome to the panel. Sakai, welcome to the panel as well. Can you introduce yourself to our lovely panelists, and then you can chime in on the combo as well.
Hey, what's up, Sakia, Black American? Yeah. Um, I was agreeing with it seemed like Alfonso and Bertie they were saying the same exact thing, but it was like they were disagreeing on it was like y'all was on the same page because Alfonso was saying he don't mind people outside of our race helping us. He just doesn't want them speaking for us. And Bertie was saying the same thing. It's like y'all agreeing, but y'all disagreeing. And I understand like the way I put it is I don't mind anybody any other race saying like black people need this, we need equality, we need that. But when it comes to when we sit down at the table and be like, what's our demands? They don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like far as like dealing with the police. If they ask somebody from the Congo what demand should the black American get, they don't know what we go through dealing with these police. You know what I'm saying? A black
How you
American
mean?
would be
What you
like,
mean? So if a
far as like,
Congolese lived here for 10, 15 years, you don't think he went
okay,
through the same bullshit
yeah, okay,
as a as an
okay,
American that was living here driving for 10, 15 years? You don't
okay,
think he got the same apprehensions? Yes or no?
okay, yeah, he probably does, but not as much as like he doesn't know. Well, my great grandfather been dealing with this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And
Man,
and
this
and
shit
he
been
would,
everywhere, bro.
but why would he want to? Like if I move to Jamaica and I'm not gonna sit down with the council and be like, look, I'm running this shit. I'm gonna tell them what y'all need. You know what I'm saying? Why would you want to be that? I'll be
I don't
like,
think it's
okay,
ever. I don't think it's ever like that, though. Honestly.
but yeah, that's what we're saying. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you can help, but when it comes down, you don't you're not us. You know what I'm saying? Just because you get harassed by the police and you might get a ticket and you're not, you know what I'm saying, you ain't went through what we went through, you know, you ain't went through the storm. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with us saying that
But we
this
grew
is
up the
our
same
shit.
way. I grew up the same way you did, though.
I know. It's nothing like
No,
that.
I'm
It's
talking
nothing
about. I'm
wrong with
talking
that.
about. I grew up in America, though,
I'm saying I know that. I mean,
and
I
half
don't
my
know
and
it,
half
but
my family from the South. So
It's more tribalism and ego, I think.
this is the
I
whole
grew up the
point.
same way you did, though.
Let me
This
ask
is the
you,
whole
Sakai.
I grew up
point.
the same way you did.
Can I
Sakai,
finish? What I'm gonna make it up real quick. Every time us as black people, we be like, okay, we're just trying to say that this is our shit, this is us. Everybody always say, well, I'm poor, I got harassed by the police. Okay, that's cool, but the whole thing is we're saying is this is us and this is what we want. And everybody always, even when it comes to the N word, we be like, we don't want y'all to say the N word. Oh, I got harassed by the police. What the hell does that have to do with us just making some boundaries? You know what I'm saying? It's you're not us. It's nothing wrong with
I
not
got you,
being black.
Sakai. I
What
got
do
you,
you mean,
Sakai.
though?
So
You are
Sakai,
black, though.
you're following this. Following this pattern. You're saying, okay, even
I
if
think he
we're
might be a
affected by the
pretender.
police, right? We might not. I don't know if you see it the same or not. I mean, Are you saying that maybe like the settlement amount that what we get for the injustices that happen to us should not be the same payouts, you know? Or do you agree that you should be handed justice and whatever money comes with that if an officer if an FBA officer violated
Violated.
somebody's rights, you feel? I
no,
can't wait.
that my
You know
whole
there's going to be some FBA officers soon, you know? But
no.
anyways,
I'm I'm
Oh,
I'm,
yeah, I know.
I'm
It's
just saying.
coming. It's coming
I'm just
soon.
saying
Very
this.
soon.
I'm just
Very
saying this.
soon.
If we ever get to a point where we get to sit down and we make our demands, it should be Black Americans making demands, and they say no. I'm from the Congo. I've been here 10 years. I want to make the demands, and I'm just saying, why would you want to make some shit for us? I wouldn't go to another country and be like, yo, I lived here 5 years. I'm gonna make. Let me do this. Y'all sit back. Let me handle this. That's you know what I'm saying. That shit crazy.
but the
Hey, everybody got.
American government will do some wrongs to some immigrant people, some first generation people. Do you not think that they should be given maybe,
I was about to
not
say the same
reparations from
thing.
white folks, but like their justice, like I said, whether it be a settlement amount? Are you disagreeing to that, Sakaya? Like do you
No,
care how they're
nah.
or I
I
mean
came in. I came on another. I came in on the conversation where the dude was like, he feels like somebody from the Congo should speak for us. That's all I'm talking about right now. Nobody should speak for anybody.
Yeah.
I'm not going to speak for Mexicans.
Hey, but going to that
well,
statement you just said right now, I'm a Cuban, you feel me? And there's been an embargo, the U.S. and that embargo for 60 years, you feel me? Fucking up our country, that country up, and all the immigrants coming over here, you feel me? That's a different aspect that I deal with. So I want some reparations. That and my Central American Nicaraguan side. You feel me? The U.S. has definitely went over there and took all the gold over there with the Marines.
Yeah, and I support that. I'll be like, yeah, I'm down 100% behind Cubans, but I'm not going to be like, look, this is what Cubans need. Let me, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna talk for the Cubans. That's my whole point. I wouldn't do that. I'll
well
sit
let's
back and
let's
let
get
y'all do it.
let's get the record straight. Nobody wants to speak for FBAs. We are asking for the full completion of the delineation process, if that's your route, okay? Because I heard you say Black American, but if you want to jump that extra step, Sakai, we've already been through this, Sakai. I mean, we have no problem being in our own table in America and talking to the people that are willing to talk to us, including your leaders. You can't stop any people coming to America and talking to your leaders. Who happens to that be? Who's running the country? It ain't no FBA, okay? So whoever comes here and wants to talk to Trump, wants to talk to ICE, wants to talk to Homeland Security about anything, they don't have to go through an FBA to do it, okay? So with that, I'm going to go ahead and introduce everybody else so we can get them on here. Okay, Sakai, I'll let you respond to that when we get back to the Tati. Welcome to the panel. Can I get your age, your race, and where you're from?
Oh, yes. I'm 38, and I was born in West Africa, Monrovia, Liberia, and raised in Trenton, New Jersey.
Hey, welcome to the panel, brother. Go ahead and respond to anything you'd like to respond to, or answer one of the questions on the prompt. And welcome to the panel. The floor is yours.
No, I'm in the office working right now, and I would just choose to listen and learn. There's so many things I would like to ask the people, who are saying that they are called, FB or whatever, but we didn't get to that point yet because right now I don't think anybody is a FBA on the panel. So I would just sit back and and just enjoy the conversation. Yeah.
All right, sounds good, man. Thank you. Go ahead, Otter. Can you introduce yourself with your age, your race, and where you're from, please?
Okay. My name. Okay. I'm 27 and I'm Ethiopian.
Salam.
Hello.
Okay, yeah. Are you in Ethiopia right now, or are you in the States?
Right now I'm in Canada.
Okay, awesome. Hey, my brother. A, they like to say A, huh? Welcome to the panel. Welcome to
Okay.
the panel. Go ahead. Same thing.
Yeah.
If you want to respond to anything that's been said, or do you want to answer one of the questions? It's up to you.
Yeah. I wanna to mention about some things that I was listening for long because I was at work. I was just listening. I just joined after I left work. Uh, and I wanted to mention about something. I think it was Sakia. Sakia who said it. It's about like the how the cultural difference that exists between Black Americans and everybody else, everybody that's Black, but the experience they feel about and how it's different, and they don't assimilate to it. Because yesterday I remember I was on X, and there's a very hard like Trump nutsucker there who always like who commented about Mamdani, saying that this guy doesn't assimilate to our culture. He shouldn't be running for an office or something like that. But so when he said it, the tone was the same. The same. When that guy said assimilation to our culture, what he was saying actually was obedience, obedience to our values, obedience to our viewpoint, and obedience to what we think about the things. And but when somebody suffers, it's not about like I want to also mention about suffering is different. Somebody doesn't have to fit your narrative. It's about like the path of empathy. For me, empathy is not like a reward for good behavior. Like, it's the capacity to understand another person's reality, not to justify it. It's just to understand another person's reality. So empathy can be shared through every human being as long as they try to understand it. So when people say, "Oh, they are from different culture, they are from there," it doesn't mean they don't understand you. They are still human. Like they can see the pain in you. So when you say they don't assimilate to me, you're saying the same tone those people say. I don't know if you understand me.
Yeah, I agree. I agree completely. Yeah, the assimilation process. The patriotism. The white nationalists will always ask us to
Yeah,
assimilate, and who are the
yeah,
most
sorry.
assimilated? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. And if you're like assimilation asks for a purity test, it's not as patriotism. For me, the patriotism is different. What you are asking is a purity test based on your culture and experience. That's not that's not it.
Right, right. And that's what the country asks people to do, assimilate. How far are you going to go into this assimilation process? Are you going to lose your culture in the process? Are you going to lose your language? Are you going to lose your accent? And I feel like a part of this whole delineation thing is the same kind of system that mimics that same power dynamic. So
Yeah.
I appreciate you, Otter, and I appreciate you saying what you said. That was really good insight. And it's called literally emotional intelligence. If you have it, you have it. If you don't, like the brother said, you're not going to get a reward for being empathetic. There's not like a quick reward system for that. So that's why a lot of people
Yeah.
don't want to partake in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's nothing back for them. There's nothing given
Yeah.
back to them. So they always feel like they
Yeah.
don't have
When
to
it
give it
is
out. But that's
when it's
a human instinct.
when you think
Yeah.
it's transactional, that's when you lost it. Like it's not transactional.
Yeah. Facts, brother. All right. We'll have an open panel again. Black and Birdie, I'm going to let you guys run this. I'm going to finish cleaning up this fucking mess. It was a good combo, though. I'll be right back.
Y'all can skip me.
Where did the FBA
Yeah, I'm
go?
really enjoying
The
this, and I
FBA
want to say thank you
FBA
guys.
left. All right, copy. Where did that other brother go? He done bounced out, huh? He fled. He fled after. And
Once
talking
they
about
see
weed.
they can't argue, they usually leave.
And that's what sucks about it. They can't have no good discourse. It's like you either hear them out, or or they can't sit around and listen to other people, and that's their fucking problem. They want to come on other panels, African panels, and center themselves, or in any other
Argue.
panel and center themselves over other people, and argue. Yeah, at the end of the day. But I think that brother was pretty. He wasn't too argumentative, right, Birdie? But
No,
I
no, he was
listen.
good.
I
He was
listen.
good.
I'm still here. I didn't run. I'm
oh,
still
not
here.
you, Sakaya, not you. I know you, but not you, Sakai. This other
Uh,
brother. I wanted you, Sakai, to meet that brother. We trying
that's
to group up
that's why I came
FBAs right
up.
here.
Yeah, that's why I came up. I said, damn, here go my
Okay.
brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Everybody talk
we
about
don't want
unity.
we don't want you guys to feel like we're like jumping y'all. You feel me? So I have to have a little
It's
balance. You know.
it's all good because it's nothing to jump up. It's nothing to jump up on us about. Like we never colonized any country in Africa. We never stole no resources from Africa. So I always tell my brothers, you don't. It's nothing. We never did anything to y'all for y'all to hate us. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't get. I always when it gets real
It's the
to the
same on the
point where
other
we're
side.
angry, when it gets to the point where we were angry and yelling at each other, I'd be like, "Hey, bro, hey, remember, we never did anything to you historically." You know what I'm saying? So that I got to
Okay,
keep in
so I'm
mind.
not gonna say. Okay, so I'm not gonna go against that. I'm not gonna, try to create an argument here. But when you say we did not do anything to you, uh, are you sure you are 100% correct by saying that? Are you sure?
When I
History is
when I say
different.
when I say that, I'm meaning
Wait, wait,
like
wait,
far
wait.
as you ask me a question, I'm answering it.
Yes, please.
When I say that, I'm talking about far as the last 500 years, the colonization of Africa, we didn't do that.
Hmm.
That's what I'm saying. The
Okay,
apartheid,
okay,
we did not do that. The resources being
okay.
stolen, that's what I'm talking about.
Hmm.
Oh,
Okay, so very,
sorry.
very well. But do you know? That there were people that left from here
Went to
and
Liberia.
went to Liberia
Yeah,
and colonized it? Do you know that?
yeah, I know that.
1822.
Yeah,
1822.
yeah,
Okay,
they went down there and we acted just like our oppressors. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Thank
So
you,
it's
thank
it's
you,
kind of different.
yeah,
thank you.
Yeah.
yeah.
So
That was messed up. So the
yeah.
Liberians, the people in Liberia, if they got some smoke for me, I'd be like, I'm sorry, you're right. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
Yeah.
Ghana,
Oh no,
Nigeria, we
no,
didn't
no.
do
It's no
nothing.
smoke. That's why I was saying I don't want any kind of a misunderstanding. It's no smoke. But the
Yeah,
fact here is that they did that. But in time, they got along with the natives. You see, they even created some kind of a handshake. I remember it even passed down to a generation where the men they shake hands and they snap their fingers together. Yeah.
yeah,
So yeah, yeah. So I'm not saying anything, against them because you were not there at that time, but we do know that
yeah,
they colonized Liberia before, and they also mistreated the natives. You see?
yeah. But
Yeah.
the reason
Okay.
why I bring that up is because it seems like a lot of times when we get in these TikToks, it's more hate between the Black Americans and Africa. It's like we're yelling at each other, and the whole time our common enemy did both of us, and we don't get on here and say anything about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I
It's
don't
we're
think.
arguing,
Yeah. You
and
see,
the whole argument is
and then.
stupid. If Black Americans
Mhm,
want to delineate, who gives a damn?
mhm.
Who, as long as they're not
Right.
disrespecting Africa, if a black man in America want to say he's Indian, Eskimo, or whatever, somebody from Africa should be like, "Hey, man, I do not care. Say you from
Yeah.
Mars." And
I'm
it goes
okay
to,
with
and it
that.
goes
Right.
to, it goes the other way. A black American shouldn't be trying to convince somebody from Africa. Like I always tell my FBA brothers, why are you trying to convince this man? He's way in Nigeria. Who cares what he thinks about you? You know what I'm saying? But y'all still go back and
You know what
forth
I think?
every day.
You know what I noticed? You know what I noticed? I noticed that most of the time the people that they bring on the panel, right? Are not in the US. They are living in the continent. Now these people like to socialize. When African people see other people that look like them, they love to talk to them. But when they get on the panel, they become insulted by these people. You see, but the people don't know that. They think they're just having a conversation, but they are just being disrespected and insulted all the time. And they go and look for these people. Then they turn around and say that Africans actually wants to be like them. Come on. Are you serious? Who in Africa right now that wakes up in the morning and say, I'm going to be like a FBA or a black? Who is doing that?
Nobody. Yeah, nobody.
I want
Yeah,
to
so
explain.
Hey, that's me
Sorry.
growing up. People be like, "You want to be black?"
Yeah,
No, you
I
know what it
am
is.
black.
no,
You know
no,
what
no,
it
no,
is
no. Being
though.
black is cool.
You know what it
Being
is?
black is
It's like
beautiful, but nobody.
I want to be like Michael Jordan. I want to be like Michael Jackson. I want to be like these artists, and
Okay,
they
but
say
something
that
like
is
that.
and
Yeah.
but it,
that in
but
itself means
sometimes
that we want to be Black Americans, and I don't think that's right. I
but
don't think that's
sometimes the
correct.
way y'all talk, but sometimes I get on panels and they be like, "Hey, my nigga," and I'd be like, "Damn, that makes us think like you guys don't have your own slang. You know what I'm saying?
Do
So
you know? Do you
that
Hey,
know?
makes
what's
that
up,
Do
makes
my
you
a lot of
know?
us
niggas?
think
My
that y'all kind
niggas,
of
my
go.
niggas
Yeah,
is
yeah.
king.
Okay.
He do that.
Okay. Okay. So
It
check
makes
this
them
out.
when they
So
say
check.
that. It makes
Okay.
them feel like they're
Oh,
cool or something like that. And I try to tell them that's disrespectful. Y'all cosplaying our accent.
okay. So check this out. In New York City, okay, I hang out there a lot when was coming up in Jersey, okay, and we went out there one day. Was at some kind of party. It was in Queens, and some guy, I don't know where, I forgot where he came from, but he was saying racist things towards me, and the African American jumped on him and said, "Hey, you can't be saying that word." And he said that, "Wow, you guys made it famous. Why can't we do that?" So he said, "No, we did not create the word for you, and the way that you are pronouncing it, it's not the way we do it." You see, so it's the difference between the NGR and the GA. But I asked him too. I said, "Okay, but everybody calls each other this name, and everybody's okay. Well, why is it? Because he's different." The guy said, "Yes, actually, we did not create this word for them to use it. That is what we know about it. If you ask me."
Okay, I want to speak on something. When like Sikia said, like you if FBA wanted to cut like not to like cut themselves from Africa, that is okay. But the issue of like the identity of FBA is works around Africa, whether they like it or not, like through
No, no, that's
scientific
the problem.
DNA. No, 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 no.
No,
Wait,
that's
let
the
me
problem.
finish. Let me
No.
finish. Let me finish. No, no. I think I'm still halfway there. I'm not agreeing or anything.
Go ahead. Sorry,
So
sorry for the
no worries.
interruption. Go ahead. Sorry.
No worries. So when they say like even if they like it or not, like so many DNA tests say that many Black Americans are from the Central and Western Africa origin. Most of their DNA traces there. So no matter how much they try, they cannot cut off Africa wholly. But they have to speak around it or on it. But when they do, the tone of their tone they speak about is not in a way where like it has to be. You can still like talk your point across the room without being an asshole. Like they don't have that. Whenever they speak, it's like there's hate inside that wording, how they say it, and they have this main character syndrome. Like I don't understand it. Like you can still talk to me even if your view is different. I can still hear you. You can articulate your words perfectly so I can understand you. But if you are coming off aggressive, like this, when you have this superior complex inside your head, I will not understand you or try. I will. I will not even entertain the idea of trying to understand you. You know what I mean? So as long as no matter how different it is, just say it directly and in a peaceful manner. That's my point. Go ahead,
Okay.
Tahiti.
Okay. So yeah, what I wanted to say was that I don't think that would be relevant because see, it's the same thing that happened over there in South Africa in time. There were certain people that were going there, and they were. I think I don't know. It looked because from the video footages, it saw that the children were not to themselves when they were doing what they wanted them to do. They were actually telling them on camera to say that they were not Africans. You see, this is nothing. This is nothing new. It started in Johannesburg. They were doing that to the kids over there already. We saw videos of those things already. But here's the thing. I will have no problem with the FBA people. I really pray that the government will be able to issue them all ID card. You see what I'm saying? So that it will be well known around the world. Because we don't want them in the continent. We really don't. The African Americans, yes, it belongs to them, but we don't want them there because if they come there, they will do the same thing that they are doing here. They will try to convert younger people into that. That is what we need to be paying attention to. Like I told you back then, some people went down in South Africa and did that. That is why you see we don't have too much time with the South Africans. They're in the continent, yeah, but we don't deal with them, and you guys know that. I'm done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. All right. Does anybody want to respond to that before I introduce the new guest? And then we'll go one at a time, and I'll do the clock thing.
I got a 5 second
Go ahead.
response to that. 5
All right.
seconds. At the end of the day, Who cares what the FBA say? Y'all
I
giving them
got
too
you,
much
Bob.
power.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
and
I
then
explained. I explained
yeah,
it. It's
cool.
the tone I have problems with, not the FBA. It's the tone of how they speak with others. Like they shit on
Yeah,
everybody.
exactly.
Like
Yeah, we don't care about them until they're in our African spaces, telling us what to do, how to feel, how to think, what we're entitled to, what we're not entitled to, and then the disrespect goes both ways, Sakai, and I can meet you halfway there. But yeah, we know about these panels. We see them every day. So let's not front. You feel me? Anyways,
yeah.
Sirius or Cyrus, what's up, man? Can I get you to introduce yourself with your age, your race, and where you're from?
I'm 34. Race is Black Caribbean, and I'm from Toronto, Canada.
Awesome, brother. Welcome to the panel. You can respond to anything that's been said, or you can answer one of these questions on the prompt, brother. The floor is yours.
Okay, so when it came to the reparations talk, as I was saying to the I heard the FBA brother talking. We would like to pass these reparation bills, but it seems like Black Americans are like very short-sighted. That's usually when I hear them talk, they're very short-sighted. We want to pass these bills, but all these other groups have to sign on it, right? You have the Asians, you have the Cubans, because America is an immigrant country by default. You can't just blame the Africans and the Caribbeans and then say, oh yeah, well, we need to get them out of there so we could get our reparations. You still got to deal with the whites. You still got to deal with the Chinese. You still got to deal with all these other people signing off for their people to even pay tax. We're dealing with trillions of dollars. And these people are so short-sighted that they think that, oh, well, if I scream hard enough, somebody is just going to sign it and it's just going to automatically happen. Like, no country will ever do that. No
No,
country will
no,
ever
no,
do
no.
that.
Sorry, I have to disagree. Like because it already passed the Senate, passed the Congress, everywhere, during Lincoln, Abraham Lincoln, until he got shot, and the next president, Andrew, vetoed by himself, vetoed it and erased it. It was almost done. It was almost
Yes,
done.
but you heard what you said, right? It had to pass the Senate. It had to pass. So
It
now we're
did
starting
pass
from, yeah, but we're starting from ground zero again. Because when
but
Kamala was running for president, she said, if the bill passes my office, I will sign it. Why did she say that?
because it has to
If
be
there,
suggested from Congress. That's how it starts, the
Yeah,
place.
it has to be a vote. And who is running Congress? We have all these other races running Congress. It's not just immigrants, it's not just Africans and Caribbeans. These people get so angry because they see us come to this country and then we're making headway, we're working hard, we're keeping our head down, and then they're like, oh, look at you, you're selling out. That's how they see us as, like, oh, you're selling out to the white man. You're their ally. Da 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 da. But they're not thinking economically. They don't even know what they're gonna do with all that money. Or land, if they get land.
Do you know
They
the
don't know.
Homestead
Okay,
Act? Do you know the Homestead
let's
Act?
hold on. We're gonna go in the order here, and then if you want to say something, I'll give you a chance to respond when it's your turn. We're gonna start
Okay.
doing
Okay.
3 minutes each, okay? And thank you though for that, Cyrus, and appreciate your insight. S. Michael, can I get you to introduce yourself, please, brother, with your age, your race, ethnicity, and where you're from, please? Either one with the age or ethnicity and race.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, what's good, panel? Yeah, my name's Sean. I'm Black American. I'm 32. I'm from Washington D.C. originally. I'm now residing in New York.
Okay, welcome to the panel, my brother. Do you want to respond to anything that's been said so far since you've been listening, or do you want to answer one of these questions on
I'm not
the
gonna lie.
prompt? I'll give you
I
three
kind of stepped
minutes.
away to the bathroom, so y'all probably was doing y'all thing as you
Oh, no
should.
worries.
Can you fill me in? It's
No
good,
worries.
host. Indeed, man.
Yeah, yeah. We were talking about reparations, a little bit of that,
Oh,
but let's just answer
dang.
one of the questions on the board. Yeah, S. Michael, can you read them,
Oh,
my
okay,
brother?
yeah. Copy, copy. So yeah, I could just choose any one, right? I'm gonna answer number
Correct,
three if I
correct.
can. So boom, number three. How
Okay.
does understanding the colonial history of assimilation help us appreciate linguistic diversity? Um, hmm, yeah, man. To be honest, we all pretty much speaking a colonizer's language right now, which is English. But there's different dialects of English on this side of the world, especially in America. You got different accents. You know what I mean? You got different slang, different terms. So I mean, it it started off as like an ugly thing for people who is have most of the heritage from another place, right? And they was kind of forced to conform to using these words and speaking in this tone of voice and this language in general. But over time, we kind of made it into an interesting situation. And I'm not saying I'm appreciative of that, but it, it is kind of cool. You know what I mean? What evolved from something that was initially something of misery and something that had there was no choice in the matter. But now we kind of got to a point where we can morph how we say things and meanings. You know what I mean? And give it a whole new look. So that's why I'm saying that.
Y'all revamped it. Y'all revamped the colonized language. You made it your own.
Nah,
You
it's a
made it your
fact.
own. I got
Morphed
you.
it. Yeah, it's a fact.
Is it? Did you land, Michael? So I can go to the next person.
Yeah, yeah. Yep.
Okay. All right. Go ahead, brother Tati. Tati brother going once. Tati brother going
Oh,
twice. Tati, you there?
yeah, yeah, so,
I know you
yeah,
were.
I'm here. I'm here.
Yo,
I'm kind of busy, but I'm listening. I'm listening. You can skip me.
Okay, no worries. Otter, was it Otter Deals or Sakai? Which one's next? I think it was Otter Deals, right? All right, Otter Deals. Otter Deals wants to show some. There you go.
yeah. I
All right,
wanna
it's
I
on
wanted
you.
to speak
It's on
on
you.
what's okay. Thank you. I want to speak about what Sirius said about like when he said blacks are short sighted. Like I don't understand that point because like for me this demographic of American population just got their civil rights in the 1964 Civil Rights Act. So their start of progress started from there. And how many years is that from now? Like it's not even like a century. And there's the other demographics you are putting them against. The white demographics are there. They have the head start since 400 years. So when you put them then those and you also talk about the Homestead Act. I asked you if you know about the Homestead Act. The Homestead Act is in 1862 American government gave 1.6 million hectare of land to only white European phenotype populations. 160 acres per person. 1.3 million people have free land at that time. And when we go to the time from there to now, you can like calculate like at least about 40 to 50 million people have benefited from that. And the black population work by themselves for free from ground zero up to now. America has given reparations to Holocaust survivor families, $12 million, and they don't have nothing to do with it. And when you and the black population, whenever they try, that's why I put the black massacre like Tulsa 1920, Springfield, Chicago, East St. Louis. Every time they try to build a business, the Black Wall Street, they get burned down. So when you tell these people they are short sighted, despite them fighting with nothing, still coming up this far with little time they have. Like, I do not understand. Like, I need you, like, to make me understand what you mean by that. Like, I'm not American, but I understand history. I read history, and from history, it's a struggle and preservation history. Like, when you say, oh, they I don't like, can you please, like, give me a point when you say that, like, they don't, the about the reparations.
When it's
I
his turn,
finished my point.
he'll be able to answer you. You go ahead and take some notes, I guess, to answer that. We'll go to Tati next. Tati, if you have anything to respond to. Oh no, we already went to Tati. My bad. Was it Tati? You ain't ready.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I'm busy, but I'm listening to the
My
conversation
bad.
and I'm enjoying it.
My bad. My bad.
Oh.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
want
gonna lie, family. That was deep. But go ahead, yeah.
yeah, that was deep right there, man. I was gonna say some of the same things to Sirius, but it's like anytime I get on here and I hear somebody saying black people are stupid, lazy, dumb, don't do this and do that, they get their whole shit.
And let me interject. He didn't call
But
anybody
I
stupid,
ain't say him.
lazy, or any. I know. I'm being
I ain't say
specific.
him.
I'm speaking for specific and
Okay,
overall, just so everybody
okay,
understands.
yeah, okay. I say when I get on here and I hear somebody say stuff, negative things about Black Americans, 9 times out of 10, they never really been around Black Americans, and they get their, you know what I'm saying, their perception of Black Americans from either TikTok, from the internet. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm 51 years old, Black man, lived in California, all through the South, New York, and I never in my life heard Black people say these Caribbeans is coming over here and they're siding with the white man. And especially not Jamaicans. Jamaicans hate, you know what I'm saying, the government more than we do. You know what I'm saying? We never hated on any immigrants coming. I never heard nobody hate on immigrants coming over here doing good. I'm in North Carolina now, and the Mexican community, they getting all the construction contracts. They got a lot. They doing a lot construction wise. And you might hear them saying the Mexicans got that, but we not hating. Even the white people be like, they're getting, you know what I'm saying? They getting all the landscaping contracts, but nobody's hating on y'all. So a lot of times, like, you just get an idea from one person. Like, you might get an FBA come on here and say some crazy shit, and then you think it's the majority of us that think like that. We don't think. I love to see somebody from Haiti, Jamaica, come here and do good. I hate that they have to leave their family and come here and do good. But we not hate. The majority of us don't give a damn what another person is doing. We got a whole bunch of shit on our own table. So it kind of pisses us off when you got people coming on here that never lived in the Black community, damn near don't have no Black friends, and just be like, Black people, what do you say, short-sighted. They don't, you know what I'm saying? Anything negative they hear about us, it's the truth, but they don't want to say anything positive about us, and it gets tiresome. You know what I'm saying? It gets tiresome because
And I
we don't
agree.
deserve all
That's
that
so
hate.
true.
No.
That's true. That's true. If you never lived among the black folks here, keep your mouth shut. Don't say anything, because that's what some of us we have the problem now with the other people who keep saying all Africans don't like them. I grew up here. All my people are black folks. We went to school together, Trenton, New Jersey. So that's why we're having the problem now. Like, okay, who are saying these things? Who are the African people that are saying that Black American people are lazy? Black American people are dumb. Who are they? Because I've been paying attention, but I haven't found one yet. You see?
Yeah, and again, that's why we have to regulate our own. You know, we gotta talk to our own people about that stuff. We do try. You know, like you guys said, it's not the majority. It's like I said last night. I was like, it's always like that. But these conversations are so redundant. You know, we're always having this issue about, oh, it's not you. You know, with all due respect, and then all the disrespect comes, and then or it's not the majority of you, but for the most part, so I hear all that those little digs too, and it's kind of like a foundation of starting this same let's call it rhetoric, because I mean we follow the patterns. We see how those conversations do go down the drain, but it is a good thing to bring up, It's just not a good thing to bring up, so you can land on your point that some African did this to you, or vice versa. A Black American did this to you, and then you hate how they act like that without understanding all the all the all the different things that those certain individuals that talk about that went through. So it is, a lot of us brothers, we need some therapy. We need to talk to our elders and stuff like that. So I agree cold-heartedly. So with that, let's go to Ron. What's up, Ron? Welcome back to the panel. Do you mind introducing yourself, and you can chime in on the conversation?
Yes, sir. Black man, 23, Midwest. Uh, but no, I agree, bro. It's just that, bro, we always have these certain conversations, bro, about who ain't what, you ain't from here, we ain't from there. Uh, and honestly, I mean, it's been this problem for like shit. How many fucking years now? But I mean, it just seems like the same shit, but like there's never like no good uplifting of us. So it's like, yeah, like we only do it to each other though, but why doesn't everybody do it for us? You know what I mean? And also the same people who like talk shit about Africa too, bro. I don't like that, bro. Because like nobody's ever been to Africa to really know, bro. Because like thing is though, people follow that same white supremacy shit whenever they go over there. They say Africans do this, Africans do that. They do this. Not all of them do that, bro. You not know how many people's over there, and that's the same. That's the same shit that they be thinking about us, though. When they're over there, though, all they see is gang, 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 rugs, gang, 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 rugs, pistols, gang, gang, gang. Like, bro, and then they come over here and start acting like that, bro. Now we looking at them like, bro, what's wrong with y'all, bro? They think that like that's the face. Like whenever people act like that, that's the face of the black people, though, and it's not. So yeah, it's just that everybody got to come to an understanding about how everybody is and everybody's culture. You can't speak on shit that you don't know. You know what I mean, bro? So yeah, but that's all I'm gonna say though. I'm gonna land there.
Yeah, facts, and I agree. It's like that's what part of a simulation too, right? Assimilating to how white tea rhetoric or talking points, how they manifest even into our own communities and how we look at other people. Because even though there might not be Jamaicans that look at their own people like that, I can't call it because I'm not Jamaican, but I am half Mexican, and there are a lot of Mexican Americans, or even Mexicans that just got over here that want to do the whole Trump thing too and look down on their own people. As soon as they come in here because they want to assimilate so bad, they don't want to be rejected by white America, by Black America, so they follow suit with the same rhetoric. So just to be on the same bandwagon of dishing it out, to the person that it's all performative too, at the end of the day, like the other brother was saying about empathy and stuff like that. It has to be known that we do have to do a little soul searching. All right. So with that, I'll go ahead and let Cyrus respond as well. Cyrus, you're up.
Okay, so everybody had their time to say. I was talking about the FBA. I was not talking about Black Americans as a whole. So if anybody is taking that as it is, that's not what I was talking about. I was responding to the FBA brother that was here. And you guys are saying that I'm speaking on shit that I haven't lived. I've lived in America, sir. Most of my family is
bro,
in America.
Bro, I was talking about it in general. I wasn't talking about you.
No, not you. You're not the only person that said it. You're not the only person that said it, but like I'm just saying in general, I've lived in America. All my friends are Black Americans. I hardly have friends that are like different races. So what I'm talking about is the FBA group that keeps saying if we get rid of the Africans, then we're gonna be all right, or the Caribbeans or whatever. We need to get them out. That is a very big rhetoric in their camp. And I'm saying, if you guys are doing this for reparations, then that's short-sighted because there's other races here that has to sign off on your bill. And they don't like you more than us. Like, like if you're saying that we're causing so much problems, and another thing they say is that we are cosplaying as them and we want to replace them, like we're trying to wear their skin and all this type of like weird nonsense. That's their rhetoric. So I'm saying that that's short-sighted. When you say these type of stuff and you're saying that you're doing this just for reparations, if you got all rid of all the Africans in America, you're still back in at square one. You're still back. So that's all I'm saying. That's that type of thinking that, oh, if I get rid of these people, I'm gonna be okay. It's not gonna work. That's short-sighted. So that's all I was saying. When it comes to like the FBA, this is nothing new. They were what they were before. They were the Nation of Islam. They were Hebrew Israelites. They were Hotep people. You know, we all in Egypt, and the Grand Canyon is Egypt, and like I've been through it all. I've been in New York. I've been to Harlem. I've been with where these type of thinking where it starts. I've lived around
The
that
Grand
origin.
the Grand Canyon was a
Yeah.
gateway to Africa.
Yes, I listen, I have lived it. So
Yeah,
that's what
but
like when I say these things, I'm not saying it out of like malice. This shit just
yeah,
sounds wild.
but brother, you said the FBA. Now you explained that to us about the FBA, how they are short-sighted. But you said black people are short-sighted. You didn't say FBA
Bro,
because FBA is
you
the
still going back
tiniest.
to that. I just
Of
corrected that,
course.
bro.
Okay, that then
I
admit it. You
just
just
corrected that.
yeah, but
Why are you
blacks are
going
not
back to
in
that?
general because you have to.
Why are you? I corrected it. I said I wasn't talking about blacks. I was talking about FBA. So why are you going
Okay,
back to blacks?
because accountability for me, you have to be accountable for your own words. You have to say
Accountable
I made
for
a
what?
mistake.
I
Listen.
just
Okay.
took
All right. All right. All right.
accountability.
Let me interject. Again, he's talking about FBAs. If he's
What the
including
hell?
black people, if he's including black people in America, it's like the black Americans that are here that still like to be called African Americans or even black Americans
Yeah, that's fine.
that wouldn't dare step foot into the FBA spaces. We're talking about those people too, right? The ones that don't
Yeah.
want anything to do with FBA, because let's just be real about this. Not everybody is subscribing to FBA, you know,
Yeah,
and it's kind
I
of
just wanted to bring it.
disingenuous to say that, oh well, they're all included whether they like it or not, you know. Part of the
No.
delineation process.
That's why I
No,
corrected.
not
That's
you,
why I
Cyrus.
corrected.
Cyrus, not you. I'm
Oh,
speaking
my
in
bad.
general.
My
I'm
bad.
speaking in general. It's so funny because like
My
every
bad.
time we all talk, everybody thinks that somebody's talking specifically to them. Isn't that funny?
Yeah,
It's
but you
interesting
see,
because that's how high sensitivity that we all are. We're all on eggshells, you know. And I feel like that is part of the climate when we hop in these TikTok spaces because one's talking right after another one, and everything we say, it feels like we're talking about the person that just spoke, you know. And I will please ask you guys to refrain from that. I mean, don't get me wrong. If you need to check someone and ask them, was that question directed to me? You may, but we get caught up in a lot of these little conflicts about how we think people perceive us or if they're talking about us or not. It's a type of paranoia that I think haunts us in a lot of sense. But yeah, that's my 2 cents. I'm gonna move on to Michael. Michael, if you want to speak, respond to anything that's been said.
Yeah, yeah, man. To be honest, this is just me, and there may be others too, right? We are all different, right? We all represent different ethnic backgrounds, cultural backgrounds. There's similarities and stuff like that. As long as everybody can respect each other, and this goes for my side, this goes for everybody else's side. As long as people can monitor their side to whatever capacity possible, I think if we can move in a good way, you know what I mean. Maybe not 1,000% because we do got people out there that's outliers. And, oh, no one speaks for me. It's just me. We got those type of people out there on both sides and all parties. I understand that, but just do your part. And cultural differences is just what they are. That doesn't mean you're an alien or I'm an alien. You know, people, people make differentiation. I mean, that's just all it is. You don't have to go to the extreme like we see some parties go to, which can easily happen. But just monitor yourselves, check your parties that you're rolling with, check their rhetoric, and just live your goddamn life. Because at the end of the day, EBT's gone. A lot of jobs, they're going to be going overseas. A lot of major corporations, they're dismissing people by the droves. So I mean, it's about to get hectic. No matter if you're Black American, Caribbean, African, Cambodian, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's going to affect everybody equally. So that's what I got to say about that.
Okay, no doubt, no doubt, and just to add, there are aliens. There are, we got the continent heading over here. We don't know if they're going to be Africans or African Americans or FBAs on that thing, but yeah, we call people illegals, aliens. I mean, that is a that the illegal is the new N word. The akata is the new N word. For a
Oh,
lot of.
I meant like a spaceship individual. I know what you're saying though.
I hear you. I'm just fooling around, just to bring light to this, but to bring some serious
Yeah.
as well,
Host.
because these things are happening. Go ahead, Otter. I will give you a chance, and then okay. So
Okay.
after Otter, I'll go Tahi, and then Sakaya, and then we'll have an open panel. You guys are all respectful so far. I ain't gotta lay the law down. So I hope I can trust you guys to have a cordial conversation after we do this timing thing. But go ahead, Otter.
Yes,
Uh,
before you proceed, I just want to let you know I'm doing work in the office right now, but I can hear you guys. I can't really talk too much because I'm dealing with narcotics.
I got you,
You said what
Tahi
now?
T. And take a puff for me, all right?
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Yo, that
Otter,
was
go
Oh,
ahead, buddy.
okay.
oh, that feels good.
Okay. Okay. The reason why I went after Cyrus specifically is when he said, he corrected it. He said first black, then he said FBA. And I want to mention something about it's an old, during the USSR, they use it. It's called tone polishing. You polish your tone. It's a psychological method when a person says an inflammatory statement first, then they add on something nice to cause possible deniability from that, for them to reattach it. But when he started first saying, black people have short-sighted, then he went on explaining without addressing, he said black instead of FBA. Then he goes on saying about talking about FBAs. People don't understand it, but that's a small psychological state where people say something. I don't know if like Kirk saying, if I see a black pilot, I hope he's qualified. Then he give a statement that a certain audience of his can weaponize, but he also gives them a shield afterward. He doesn't just give them that statement. Afterward, he says, "Have you seen the training? There was some pilot that said this. The truth is, the pilot, something like that didn't happen. What he is giving to them is a mental block to safeguard them from anybody who try to hold them accountable to their words. So when people say, I know like people don't read into things, I have a problem. I read into things deeply, and for some reason when people say that, don't say it in the first place, because every little detail for me has to be, oh, you took me out of context. No, you have to, if you point out your points clearly, nobody can take you out of context. But if you fumble, people will take that context that you don't like. So when people speak on some things, they have to be specific on the details they speak about. Okay, for me that's the problem.
Understand.
Sorry, I finished.
Okay, and I do want to address something. A lot of people do use black interchangeably with African American, Black American, and even FBA, whether FBA people like it or not. Some people say black in America, other people say Black American.
Yeah, that's a
So
Yeah, but you have
there's a bunch
yeah,
of different terminology that we need more elaboration on, maybe, right? Or we need
yeah,
more before we go to a criticizing or investing, or having a bias towards someone because of how they said it, and so on and so forth. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
I'm just
I know
saying,
you know
let's
that
do our
already.
homework. Let's do our homework. Like, I'm not gonna say the same way from a black guy from Atlanta and DC. Like they have a certain cultural difference that I can see because I did my homework. So if people don't do their homework, they'll always generalize. For me, that's the thing. Like, if you don't do your homework, don't dive into such like hot seat.
That
Hot
is
topics
true.
need homework.
Well. Some of us never even went to school, and for us to say we can't be in
Yeah,
debates or talk about certain stuff because we didn't do the
I did.
homework and we never attended class, Otter.
Yeah, I
But
didn't
I know
graduate,
that's not
bruh.
what you're
I'm the
talking
same.
about. I
I'm
know
the
that's not
same.
what you're talking about.
I didn't
I know.
graduate, brother. I'm in the same boat. But I did myself, like, I go to library sometimes, even though I didn't graduate. I go there. I drag myself there just to,
Right.
like,
But
really, like, you can.
you see, you see how I did the same thing to you, or how I could
Yes.
say like, oh, what kind of homework was that? Because that homework wasn't the homework I did. That homework was lower grade homework, or that homework wasn't the same homework. You feel me? So
Just
that's
elementary or whatever.
yeah. All I'm saying is like anybody can take your words and look at them the way they choose to. It's your intention to do so, or you ask for clarification. That's all I was going to say. But
Yeah, that's
Sakai,
why I said
hmm
specifically. Otherwise, so people don't take you out of context. If you
right,
like point your words respectfully, nobody say he said I'm nice. Why? Like nobody could be angry about something you say nice in a nice way because they cannot figure out how to make it, how to demonize that word. But
right.
if you like add on some salt right there, here and there, people can catch. Like like I love this example. Like when like your baby mama, like when your mother, like when your dad calls you, if she says ah, it's your father, talk to him, she doesn't have to say anything for you to read something. You know what I mean? Like tones can be read, like we can
Right, right.
understand stuff. Like
Yeah, and
if she says size, or if she says oh my god, he's your father, talk to him, and she hands you the phone, you feel some type of way because you understand that what that gesture means, right?
right. And then there's some people that want to tone police, and so we know that too.
Yeah.
And here goes another word. Okay, so nice actually means foolish. You want to be kind to someone. You don't want to be
Yeah.
nice. Because
Yeah.
if you look
Yeah.
up these words, I mean, you can go through etymology and break it down, and whatever people are saying, you can take it out of context every time. But Sakaya,
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and you get the last one before I open up the panel. And then, like I said before, I'll have the panel open for like 5 minutes, and you guys can talk amongst yourselves. But keep it respect. I do have my mod Ron up there just in case she goes down. But go ahead, Sakai.
All right, yeah. A brother before me hit it on the head when Cyrus tried to switch it up because when he came in hot. Black America is this, Black America is that, and then he switch it up and be like, no, I mean FBA. Okay, so you just talking about that little small group, and then what I said, I was like, you not even around black people like that. So then he says, my all I got is black friends. So you see how crazy that sounds. That's like me saying like, okay, Nigerians this, Nigerians that. They no good. They're no good, right? And then somebody says, how you know you never been around them? And then I switch up and say, all my friends are Nigerian. So how are these people my friends? I'm letting these people be friends and I'm downing them. They're no good. So how would I wouldn't make friends with, I'm not gonna say Nigerians are bad people and then somebody say, how do you know they're bad people? You never around them, and I say all my friends is Nigerians. That's a complete contradiction. If black people are short-sighted and we know good, we this and that, we hate on immigrants, but all your friends are black, you know what I'm saying? So that's a contradiction. All you guys are doing is just repeating what you heard other people say about us, because you evidently you got black friends, and you wouldn't have any black friends at all if you thought all of us, or most of us, or whatever like that. So you know what I'm saying? Just keep it real, man. We don't hate you. We all brothers on this panel. We have differences and everything. All of us just want the best for each other. But and one quick thing, like even if it was an ethnic group that was like down and out, dirty, this and that, I'm not gonna get on here and be like, there are sorry people, they're this and that. I'll try to figure out a way to help them up. You know what I'm saying? Even if all African Americans are that bad, just say we are that bad. All of us do drugs and we're gang banging. Getting on TikTok telling us we're bad, that's not going to help us. You know what I'm saying? Like, brother, pull brother to the side and be like, you know what? You don't need to be doing them drugs. You know what? The gangs ain't in it. It's like you guys will see something negative about us and celebrate it. Oh yes, they're in prison. They this and that. You know what I'm saying? Instead of lifting another brother up. And that's how it is in the real world. I never seen no Caribbean when I was down and out in prison. I never seen another black person just laugh at me when I was in locked up or nothing like that. You know, and it should be like that on TikTok. Instead of kicking each other when we down, trying to find something negative about us, you try to celebrate it.
All right, I do want to add something because I feel like Cyrus. I never heard Cyrus say anything out the ordinary, like attacking anyone. I just heard that he was talking about reparations and how FBAs needed to sign off by every other person that's going to draft that up, and they're going to need to ask people higher up, the people that they're begging for them for them reparations for them. They're gonna have to ask them. They're gonna have to go through.
Vibes.
Hold on. Give me a second.
Okay.
They're gonna have to talk to the higher up. You feel me? And I think that's what he was saying.
Yeah, vibes.
Hold on. I
Vibes.
ain't done. I ain't
Okay.
done.
Okay.
Hold
Okay.
on. So, and
Okay.
also when you tell Cyrus that, why he had to bring up that he had Black American friends to cover for him, kind of because you guys, I always hear this shit like, oh, you guys act like the white T man, because that's what the white T man does. Every time he wants to relate to black people, he says how many black friends he has, you know.
Yeah, my
So
best friend.
I see this shit too, but I don't think
Yeah.
that's what Cyrus was doing. So,
Yeah,
but
vibes.
anyway,
You was gone. He
Vibes.
was.
Can
I
I
Vibes.
will.
speak?
He
I'm
Vibes.
gonna
specifically said
land
Can
on
I?
that
Vibes.
one. Okay. Hey,
Okay.
vibes.
y'all
Vibes.
talk one at a time. Y'all talk one
Nah,
at
don't
one.
go to
Y'all,
Max.
yo,
Don't go
hold
nowhere,
on.
Max.
Okay.
Can
Y'all
I?
talk one at a time,
Can
please.
I?
Don't make me go back to the
Okay.
time. Please
Let
don't make me
Cyrus
go
Okay.
go.
back.
Let Cyrus go.
Okay.
Can I
Vibes
go?
first.
Thank you. Oh, okay.
You
Vibes.
Go ahead, Cyrus.
vibes. You
Vibes.
sanitize
Vibes
the
left
hell out
already.
of his words. You
Yeah,
sanitize the
vibes.
hell out of his
No.
words.
Well,
Vibes.
Let Cyrus go.
He specifically said black people hate to see immigrants from Caribbean do good.
It's
He
not just
specifically
how
said that.
it's how he said it also, not just how he came swinging. Vibes, you said it in a very nice way. Like if he said it like you, I would have understood. But you sanitized it. What he said, like you cleaned it out for him. That's
Well,
why, like,
let's hear Cyrus. Let's hear Cyrus, everybody.
okay, okay.
I
What
have
is
been just
Cyrus?
listening. You see that? Like, I've just been listening. I haven't interrupted. I haven't said anything. When I was speaking the first time, I was interrupted by Otta. When I was speaking the second time, Otta came on again. What was the first thing I said when I just came into the panel, Otta?
That blacks hate on immigrants.
No,
No,
no, no, no,
that's
not
not
no.
what I
That's not
said.
the first thing he said. He said, like when you said like reparations. He said you see like black people are short-sighted. I don't disagree with that. I don't like
Not,
agree with that.
that's not the first thing I said. I
Okay,
said
what
that
was it?
I heard the FBA brother and I would like to respond to the
Nope,
reparations
brother.
that he
No, no,
was
no. I
talking
have
about.
good memory. I
That's
have good
exact,
memory.
sir,
No.
Otta,
sir. I'm
let him get
speaking
him out,
up.
Otta.
I'm speaking up. That's the first thing I said, right? And then when I was speaking, I said Black Americans, and then you started to interrupt me, right? I stopped speaking. You guys went around. You all say what you all have to say. I'm not around Americans. Why am I speaking? I'm hearing shit from the internet. So that's why I came back and I said, I was not talking about Black Americans. My bad. It was just FBA. That's why I came back. And then you, Mr. Otter, wanted to bring
Yeah, I
back
remember.
up
I remember he
that I
said it.
was
Yeah, I remember
talking
he said that.
about
Yeah,
Black Americans. I did
I
say, I
remember. Yeah.
said, no, my bad. I'm not talking about Black American. I'm just talking about the FBA brother that you guys was talking about. So I don't know where you're still getting this thing that I'm talking about all Black Americans.
Okay,
He's right. I
I
heard
can
that.
say
Yes, and
no. I can say like, you want me to respond or you want to go on?
no, I'm still going.
Okay, go
I'm
ahead.
still going because
Okay,
you
go ahead.
guys talk a lot.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
didn't
go ahead.
only say I have black friends. I said I live in America. Actually, I lived in America before I lived in Canada. So I've lived in America. I've lived in New York. I went to Harlem. You get what I'm saying? I've lived in America. And I said most of my friends are black American. So if I didn't like black Americans, I wouldn't have them around me. Because you guys were questioning whether or not I was just hearing shit off the internet. And that's why I said that in my defense. Okay? So I'm just talking about FBA. I don't know why you keep bringing up, I'm talking about black Americans. Please
Okay,
keep it to FBA. You were
do you
wrong when you said
do
I
you
was tone
I
policing.
wasn't
I
wrong.
did not change. I
I
did
wasn't.
not change my tone, sir.
You
That's
did.
called
Now
correcting you. That's
now you
called
sound like
correcting, sir. That is
uh-huh.
called correcting yourself. You even told me, hey, take accountability. Didn't you
Yes,
tell
I
me
did.
that? Yes, you
Yes, I
told me
did.
take accountability. And I said I did.
You
I
know,
said I was not talking about them.
He did
That's
clarify.
why I corrected myself, sir.
yeah. You said my bad
So
just
what?
now.
So what else you
I was
want?
asking you for that word. You didn't say my bad before. You just said it now. I wanted for you to
I
say,
said
"Oh,
that
my
I'm
bad."
not talking about. I'm not talking
Yes,
about FBA. Whether I say it or not, even if I don't say my bad, right?
you just glossed
Even
over it.
even if I didn't say my bad, I
Yeah.
corrected myself, sir. I
Yeah, that's
corrected
cool.
myself.
No.
So
Other side.
please chill off of that. Come on
I
now.
did hear him say that. I did hear him say that.
Yeah,
I'm
he
not
did
trying to
say
take up
that.
for him,
He
but
did say
he
that.
said
But
he
Come on,
corrected
man.
himself. He did it.
yeah, he
Let's
did
Do
move
it.
on
not
and
do
have
that.
When
don't man.
Do not do that to
You
me.
know, I'm
Don't do
enjoying.
that to me.
I'm enjoying. For me, I'm enjoying this conversation because I'm at
Because
work.
I would
Let's
do
move
that
on.
to you. That's what he
yeah,
did
It's
was
cool.
because
very disingenuous. Don't do
I
that to
did
me.
that. When
I
did
Okay.
you
would
do
not
that?
do that to you.
Okay. Hold
Is
on.
it?
I'm gonna have to
Oh, okay.
interject again.
I wouldn't do
Again,
that to you.
guys, you know the FBAs and the Black Americans should be really proud of us right now because we got two Africans. We got one African telling the other African he should apologize about what he said about Black Americans. So the FBAs and the Black Americans are giving. Hopefully they can take that in regard. But again, I think it was just miscommunication, guys. I don't know. Do you guys know each other?
No,
No,
I don't
but
know
I
him.
want to speak about like the clarity of it. You corrected yourself after four people talked after I
Yes, because
explained
I couldn't
about the
speak.
history. Yes,
I
because
couldn't speak.
your turn was after three people. That's when you corrected it, not
Exactly.
before. After
Yes, I let
I
you guys
asked
He
you.
speak.
had to wait, guys. He had to
I
wait
had
till
to
everybody
wait.
else.
What the hell are you talking about? So you want me to just scream over everybody?
What are we gonna do to drop this? Because like we're dropping people. People are dropping. They don't want to. They don't want to hear this argument, guys. We got to stick
Okay,
to the point.
I will
Okay,
leave
well,
it.
I don't, I'm gonna leave it. But stop
Okay,
doing that. Don't do that
me
to me.
too.
Come
Me
on
too.
now. Don't do that to
Okay,
me.
okay, brothers and sisters. Let's. Oh, brothers. There's only brothers on the panel. My bad. Okay,
I'm
so
lying.
let's go with number two. Everybody answer number two. Ron, if you want to start it. If not, I'll let Cyrus start number two.
I'll start it off. I always like to get about number two.
All right, appreciate it.
I think it's oh, you want me to go now?
Yeah, please. You can start, and then
Oh,
we'll go
okay.
down. We'll go down the panel.
Okay, cool. But yeah, I think it's unique how accents shape our perception of intelligence and identity. But that's only if you understand those people from where they're from and their accents. For instance, like we got people all over the U.S. with different accents. We got people all over Africa with different accents. We got people on the islands with different accents. So how? But whenever they try to you know shape our intelligence with our accents, I think is kind of vague to do that though, because some people think that whenever we have these accents, that we can't understand them, but although we speak the same language,
but we don't say the same things that they do, and we don't. I'm sorry, I got distracted. But we don't say the same things that we do, and we don't sound the same. So whenever they hear that, though, they're like, "Bro, is he slow, or is he where is he from though?" Because like a white woman from New York, she heard black people from New York talk all the time, so she thinks that's normal. But whenever she comes down to the South, she might be like, "Bro, these people are speaking gibberish. I think they're halfway slow. I don't know what they're talking about though." It's like things like that. Or whenever you hear a person from Nigeria, or you hear a person from Congo, and then they sit there and make fun of their accents from where they're from. Me personally, though, I think it's actually unique, and I like the accent though, especially whenever they say certain things that might be corny to us Americans. But whenever it comes out of their mouth and how they say it, it's like it's entertainment only because they're so passionate on whenever they say stuff. So how it comes out is very funny, and it's very passionate, and to me though it's good to my heart though. It's like a healthy laugh. That's why I love Africans though. Everybody's different. I love the differentiality of each and every type of black person in America, and in the UK, in the Caribs, and in the motherland though. Everything. So yeah, that's how I feel about it.
That's beautiful, bro. Beautiful, beautiful, Ron
Yeah,
Ron.
for me, I think he summed everything up that everything that I would have said. But me personally, I enjoyed every accent except for one. That one actually, I just can't get jiggy with it at all. Is the one that's coming from India. Like it's like come to Mumbai and you and I we're gonna come. Yeah, yeah. It's like come to Mumbai and we will eat curry. You come to curry, we'll eat curry together. Like, come on, man. What are you talking about?
Together, brother.
Yeah, yeah. It's the only accent I really never got jiggy with, but everything else I love it. Yes, that's
Hey,
it. That's
bro,
all I got to say about that
I
one.
agree. But whenever they're sitting there
Yeah.
arguing with each other, bro, Punjabi and Indian people, like they or Arabs, whoever, bro, I ain't gonna lie, it's the
Oh man.
funniest thing. And they're sitting there calling each other
Yeah.
names and shit, bro. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
bro, what?
My
Yeah,
name is Govinda. My name is Govinda. My brother name is Raja. Like, man, come
bro.
on, man. Like, yo,
There was this
show.
video. There was this video on Instagram where there was these two Indian brothers, bro. They was sitting there
Fuck you, bloody,
arguing shit,
bloody,
bro.
bloody.
And like
Fuck you.
that
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 one.
too, but there was another one. Like
Yeah.
he was yelling through the window, calling another Indian dude. He said,
Yeah.
"Nigger,"
Uh,
like he was rolling them R's, bro. I was like, "Yo,"
Man. Oh my
it sounded like
God.
he had a
All
switch
right,
on
all
his
right.
You
head,
know,
bro.
And shout out to all my Patel brothers. I always get confused as for an Indian sometimes. When I gain a little bit more weight. I'm not an Eritrean anymore. I'm an Indian. So, but
Yeah.
shout out to my Indian brothers.
Bruh,
You guys
don't
all
get
don't
me in
sound like
trouble.
that. You feel me?
Don't get
Yeah,
me in
don't get.
trouble. My
I
coworker
mean,
is Indian. My coworker is Punjabi.
I
okay,
have
gentlemen,
no
I
no
like to
I
say,
hope he
peace.
ain't on this live.
Okay, let's go
gen-
one at a time. Let's
gentlemen,
go one at a time. So
I
so
want to say, I want to say something short, real quick. I want to say, gentlemen, I want to say I enjoyed my time here, but unfortunately, I have to finish this work, but I'm going to return back again the next time you guys come back on live. But the live was beautiful, and you guys please keep it going. Thank you so much for having me.
no doubt,
Yes, sir. Take care,
Tati.
brother.
Have a good one, man. Stay safe.
Okay, okay. Good night.
Either Cyrus or Otter, if you guys want to answer number two.
uh,
Um,
Go
okay.
ahead.
Accent shapes our perception of intelligence. I think it's more identity than intelligence because, well, now you know what? As he said, the Indian, I can remember people saying like Indian be talking hella gay sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if that word is right to say. I think it's more about like perception of identity than more than intelligence because me being like from the Caribbean and like traveling to America, UK, and places like that, I've been like all over the place. One thing I realized is that we would use different words to like describe different things. Like if I went over to England and I said garbage, like they call it rubbish. So like I go over there and I say, and then they have like the word for a cigarette, which is like FAG, So stuff like that, like I find like it's very interesting, but at the same time, I have to like know how to navigate through those spaces. Like I've heard Americans say like balcony, but when I go to the Caribbean, we see veranda. We speak like very old old type English. Like we have a lot of old type English words. So I think it's like I don't know. I can't say it's intelligence. I think for the Indians, because their language is phonetically different, I think we might think that maybe Indians are stupid or something like that. Or maybe even like African, because like they speak Swahili. Some people like, English might be their second language, depending on where you go or something. Or it's like, French or something like that. But I've never thought about it like, oh, this person can't speak, their intelligence must be low. But I thought about it like, oh, this person can't speak, their intelligence must be low. But that's that. I learned my plane. I also think that Mandarin is kind of that language is terrible sometimes. A little bit, not much of it, just a little bit. Like when I was when I was working certain places and stuff, like I just knew the basic words and stuff. Like if somebody asked me directions and stuff like that, like I'll be able to tell them where to go or something like that. But outside of that, hell no. Their language is like, to me, it sounds tone deaf, but totally like ma and ma means to see like different, like completely different things. I could never get that language. And then it's written, the way it's written, like how in English we would write how we talk. They have a completely different system for writing and a completely different system for talking.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, cause
crazy over
how
there.
yeah, cause how I learned Spanish, bro. Cause like it's just all it is just backwards English. Like you're talking from like the 1500s or something.
Yeah.
But all these other languages, yeah, how their writing systems is, yeah, I don't get it, bro. It was always hard for me to learn a different language
Yeah, it's
other
hard.
than
I
English and
think
Spanish.
the easiest for you to learn is actually Spanish and French, to be honest. All the other
French?
language, like, yeah, because we have I think it's something about how phonetically we speak. Like it's easier to
Okay.
pick up. Yeah, like Russian. Oh man, you don't want to go over there. Man, you see how them people write? Like JFKRUZ. I'm like, that's a whole Da Vinci Code over there.
Yeah, I was like, how do you even sound that out?
That's how they be just wilding out with that. And I'm like, man, I don't know what you saying. I've only met one Romanian. I think it was one Romanian I worked with. And she didn't know like too much English. So what she would do is she would go in the dictionary and then like she would have me teach her English. But the way she was learning English was like A is for apple, B is for beer. And then she would just go to like lawyer words. Like
Oh yeah, because
just,
she was trying to get the hard stuff out the way first.
yeah. She would ask me what it is. And she's like, well, what's habeas corpus? I'm like, we don't say that in conversation. I can't explain because, the English barrier is there. And I'm like, I can't really explain I can't even show her a picture of what that means. But she was attentive. She was a cool person. But man, the English was bad.
So do you think
He was
English is
cool.
one of the hardest languages to learn, or is it easy?
I think it's the easiest in terms of maybe beginner.
Okay.
But I think overall, it's the hardest language to learn because we have so many meanings for the same things.
I was about to say yeah, because we have a whole bunch of different words, bro. Like, or like we have a whole bunch
Yeah,
of words that have the like, or like we have words, but with a whole bunch of different meanings. Yes, yes. It
yeah,
could be like we could have like one word, but for some reason though, like you could use it in like four different ways or something.
Well,
And
okay, I
yeah,
will add this. I will add this. I have to step away for a little bit, but I like what you guys were talking about, and that's why I talk about it too, because like the English language is what they call the forked tongue language. Have you guys ever heard of that?
yeah.
So,
I've heard about that,
yeah.
like borrowing from the different thingy.
Well, right, but it's also like you saying one word and it can mean so many different things, you know, and that's part of our English.
Yeah.
That's part of our coded language, you know. It's even within legalese, you know. That's why we need a
Yeah,
lawyer
true. Oh, yeah.
to represent us in
That
court,
is true.
you know. So,
Yeah,
but that's how deceiving it is, you know. English as well as Spanish, you know, they're one and the same. But yeah,
that's true.
there's a simple one is you know, someone could say pool, and you could be talking about a swimming pool. You could be talking about a pole. You can be talking about a billiards pool. You could be talking about, you know, there's just so many different. So how the fuck is someone going to know your meaning by you know, sometimes you could tell by a tone. Sometimes you could tell by their intention of how they're using it or
Yeah.
what other words they're grouping it up with that could help you. But I hate the English language. It took me forever to learn how to
me
speak.
too.
It took me forever to learn how to speak English. I didn't learn until I got to high school, and now I sound like a full-fledged white person. Everybody thinks I'm a white man. You know, so this
Hey,
shit
See,
you
took me a
learned the
while.
that's
King's
why I'm proud to
English.
be black and raised in America, bro. So I can learn these slang words. AAVE sounds way better than the regular
And then
English,
you
bro.
know the American
Yeah.
English is like a bastard language compared to the English in the UK, right? They sound a little more
Hell
proper,
Yeah.
yeah,
a little
most
bit more
definitely.
Yeah.
intelligent.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
feel me? So
That's why people in the UK be looking at us like we're stupid whenever we speak. And that's
Mm-hmm.
another thing about number two. Because you know,
Yeah.
I always
Yeah.
use this example every single time. So whenever you go to UK, you would sit there and talk to a person, be like, "Oh dang, there's a rat dead right there on the sidewalk." They'd be like, "The what?" You be like, "The sidewalk." They're like, "Do you mean the pavement?" And I'm just like,
Yeah, the
"No, the
pavement. Yeah.
sidewalk, bro."
Yeah. England has this weird, like, it's like we're stuck in our eras. So, like, it goes like England, America, and then the rest of us.
Yeah.
Like, we're speaking in different eras. Because I remember speaking to an English person, and he's like, we don't use that word anymore. That's a old word. I'm like, huh. I'm like, I'm confused. But yeah, they got it. They got it, man. English
I'll
is
be right back,
definitely
Ron.
crazy.
If you want to carry this for me, but no, Cyrus. I heard what you said, man. A lot of people are gonna, you know, they're gonna take what they want and leave the rest, you know, and
Not
yeah. But I heard what you
it's
were.
fine. It's fine, man. Like I just don't like when people are being disingenuous to me and just like, oh yeah, well, I'm just gonna pick this part and not study up
Yeah,
what you said.
same. That's why I had to come on and I had to say what I had to say, you know, because I mean that's how it usually
Uh-oh.
find the. Oh, sorry, I got a call. Supposedly they find the weakest link and then they start picking people apart, you know, but no, that's not the
Uh,
case. And so I appreciate your patience. That's all I was going to say. I'll be right back.
oh yeah, no problem, man. Oh damn, he doesn't have the third question.
I think the third question was like something about the assimilation of America.
Oh, okay.
I forgot.
Man, I wish, to be honest, bro, I wish all this race stuff would just stop, bro. I'm tired, bro. I ain't even gonna lie with you. I'm tired. I'm I'm a part of every community I've ever went to when it comes to this like godforsaken internet that you could be anonymous on, bro. It's just a bunch of There's always that one person.
Of course, bro, and people don't realize, bro, how much power that one person could have, bro. It's almost like jury duty, bro. You know, whenever you go in, and you know everybody's on the same page, bro, but then that one person fucks it up for everybody, and now y'all gotta
I'm
restart.
tired, bro. I'm
Yeah, bro.
tired, bro. The white people doing their thing, like when it comes to the white nationalist stuff, like they're saying a lot of stuff that's untrue about black people. I'm like, bro, black people don't do that. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Black people are just seeing us on the street and just attacking us. I'm like, bro, I don't see that, bro.
No.
Where are y'all getting that from? And then come to find out, it's just one dude on the internet lying. And I'm like, damn, bro,
See, bro,
this what we
and
doing
I
with.
don't get that. See, the thing is though, in America, we tend to believe half truths instead of actually looking inside to the truth. So, like, yes, we may be native. The only reason why we're native to this land is because of our work. But if you're talking about
Yeah,
Native American blood, bro, we only have up to about like 10 to 15% at most. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
whenever they sit here and claim these things, bro, like they want to say like, oh, bro, we've always been here, which that might be true, bro, but we didn't have that name given to us, and so
yeah,
you're trying to wipe away people that we created over here, bro. We was mixing in,
yeah.
yes, and everything, bro, but that does not mean. But even then, bro, you can trace Asian person's DNA all the way back to what? Africa, bro. So
Africa, yeah,
like
if you
I
go back
like
far enough.
yeah, bro. So it's just like I don't understand like what's this hate about having African blood, bro? That is a blessing to me. It's a blessing to have that bloodline through your shit.
I mean, I know why some people might feel like,
I do too,
like,
but what about the people that sit there and
yeah,
run with that bullshit that don't even look into it? They just up and say, "Oh, I'm American.
yeah,
I don't have no African blood ties." Like, no, bro. Like, I understand you might not have no history in Africa as far as yourself, but bro, your blood doesn't lie, bro. It don't lie.
bro, like, I never really got like why like we romanticize Africa like it's just gonna be this paradise, and like, bro, like, for me, I'm not African. I don't know the single thing about what tribe they got over there, what God they're serving.
Are you
I
are you
have no
Are you
idea.
Carib?
Yeah, I'm Caribbean.
Oh shit, where you from, bro?
Grenada.
Oh hell yeah, that's what's up, bro. You're probably like the
Yeah,
first person I talked to that was from there.
yeah. Well, we're only like 100,000 people. We're not much at all.
Is it a small island?
Yeah, very small. Very
Gotcha.
small. Like, yeah, we have, sprinkles of people, we're here and there, but like we don't have the amount of people like the Jamaicans. The Jamaicans are in the millions. Like, we're just in the hundreds of thousands. And
Damn,
it's only so many of us that could leave the island.
that's crazy,
Otherwise,
bro.
that island would be barren.
Is it bad over in that island, though? Like y'all ain't got no problems over there or nothing.
Oh no, crime was at an all-time low. Like,
That's what's up,
if
bro.
you're
So I
talking
love to
about
speak
like
on
a
that.
like a black paradise, like when people say like, yo, black people commit crimes and all that type of shit, that's why I don't exactly have hate for black Americans, because I'm like, you guys had to live with the enemy, right? I'm not
Yeah,
even too mad about the FBA stuff, because I know that you guys had to live with the enemy. When they conquered us, they just said F you and they left.
yeah,
That's what they did. They just left. So we had like the chance to build shit, and we were segregated basically. It's like life with segregation. So we didn't have the term of racism and stuff. The country was like 98 or 99% black. There's no criminals there. Like people would, people would commit crimes, obviously, but like
Yeah, yeah,
everything
yeah,
like
yeah,
was black. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
you got bullied, it's gonna be black people. Any problem you have, but then the greatest love you got was from black people.
Yep,
So,
yep.
I go on these panels and I try to tell them I came from a world without racism, and they don't get that. Like I don't have hate in my heart for black people because I've seen the best and I've seen the worst. We're
Yep.
just people, bro. We're
At the
just
end of the
people.
day, we are still people, bro.
We're just people, bro.
And I hate whenever one person fucks up, bro, they try to generalize like either a whole race or a whole family, bro. It's just like, bro, not everybody's like that, bro.
Yeah, not everybody's like that, bro. I mean, when I was like in Miami and stuff like that, like all the black dudes down there, they're like, yeah, bro, da 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 da. Never got in any trouble. Nothing went wrong. Everybody embraced. Oh yeah, you from the Caribbean, yeah, bro. I mean, the only thing they would think about is like, oh yeah, you from Jamaica. I'm like, oh whatever.
Yeah, I was about to say, they be thinking that Jamaica's the only island on that motherfucker.
Yeah, so I was just like, I don't mind it. Like some Caribbean people, they feel kind of, short-sighted by that. Like, they're like, oh, the Caribbean is more islands. But I'm like, Jamaican, they did their thing. They're on the world stage. Respect to that. So I don't mind being a Jamaican for a little bit, Like, it's all right.
I know, cause bro, like my hair is curly and I'm dark skinned, bro. So people like they automatically think that I'm Somali, bro, or something like that. I'm like, bro, I don't even look Somali, bro, like at all. Like not one bit do I look Somali, bro. So
It's them jeans, man. It's them jeans.
Yo, brother Ron, you remind me of young MJ, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Yeah, but MJ was actually he
MJ's the
actually had some
king, though. That's a
native
compliment, by the way.
Huh? You said what?
Oh, I said MJ's the king. That was a compliment, by the way.
Oh
Like
no,
you remind me of a young version of him.
I always take MJ
Yeah.
as a compliment, bro. That and plus, bro, he is actually like Native American though too, through his bloodline.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, hell yeah. Especially his dad's side, bro. You ought to see his dad too. Hold on.
Don't start shit now with the FBAs. They're gonna come for your head.
Nah. That's why, bro. That's why I look up to Michael Jackson, bro. He's a true American, bro. It don't give me.
I used to be crying, bro. Every time, like when I was like 5 years old, bro. Every time Mike would come on TV, bro, I would just start bawling, bro.
Yeah, bro, because that nigga's that powerful, bro. Michael Jackson,
that aura, bro.
And people be trying to compare motherfuckers to him, bro. I'm like, bro, you can't.
Nah, you can't. There ain't nobody bro. That dude just has to appear. He ain't even got to sing nothing, bro. He just have to appear, and that's it.
So yeah, people passing out at his concert. You spending 6,000 euros and stuff, and then you all you doing is just look at him though. The first 2 minutes he come out, bro, you already passed out. $6,000
get to see the concert. That's a waste though. Like $6,000. I ain't get to see Michael. All I know, I saw him on stage, and then I woke up. Concert over. Oh man,
bro, I'd have been mad, bro. I'd have been mad.
Man, Mike is the best, man. He got that aura, man. I don't know if someone in the future will replicate that, bro, but I don't see it ever happening, man.
Nah, you can't.
I don't ever seen it happen.
Chris Brown tried to do it though. Chris Brown good though. That's my homeboy. He actually introduced me to Michael Jackson though. But but the thing is though, real recognize real, bro. Like you feel me? I first started watching Chris Brown, then when I saw Mike, I was like, oh shit, this nigga means business right now. Hold on.
Yeah. Mike,
dude was smart.
He him, man. He him. I ain't seen no other artists like they just don't compare to that. No simulation. But yeah. Man, everything is just, to me, I just want everybody to get along. That would be the best thing, I would like, black people to get their reparations and all of that, but it's a confusing process. America has done a lot to a lot of people, man.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I don't even know. Like, if they start with you guys, I don't know when it's gonna end because they done a lot, bro. Cuba, Grenada. Well, Grenada, they beat us in a war and took away our army and told us that we're forbidden to have an army.
Wait, you Cuban too?
We allied with Cuba. I'm not
Okay.
Cuban, but like Grenada and Cuba had close ties. So
Oh,
we had
okay.
like a revolution and stuff like that. And then America convinced every other Caribbean island that we were like a threat, a tea threat.
What's a t-shirt?
And I don't know if I could say it on TikTok. I'll say half of it, like terror,
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, yeah. They convinced us of that, and like they came down. And Ronald Reagan. That was like when Malcolm X and Martin Luther King was like really gaining traction, and there was a lot of like Caribbean islands and stuff. We got inspired by Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, and Reagan wrote in a secret report that Grenada as a country, because it's so in close in proximity to the United States, and we spoke English, that we were the most dangerous because the Cubans couldn't really cooperate with the Americans because they spoke Spanish. And
Right.
because we can speak English, we could tell y'all what Cuba, they didn't want that. So they shut that shit down. Yeah. And it happened pretty recently because it's like my mom have stories about the bombs and the frogmen. The frogmen was the Navy SEALs.
Bro, wasn't
Them
Russia
jumping at it.
chilling over there at the military base too in Cuba?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Russia, the Russian, the Cuban Missile Crisis and stuff. Yeah, all of that stuff, man. So like, I'm like a direct, like when I speak on certain things, like I'm a direct recipient of that type of stuff. Like I know how America go about colonizing stuff because I had a front row seat to it. Like they convince everybody around you that you're the enemy, and then they get you to sign off of it on it. It's the same thing they did to what's that African leader named Ibrahim Traore or whatever.
Yeah.
He is like a global threat right now. But how are you a global threat if you don't even travel out of the country? They got the rest of the African countries to sign off on it. So yeah, he's stuck in there. I don't know what's going to happen in the upcoming years. Maybe they might capture him. Maybe they might they might do him like how they did Saddam Hussein or whatever. So yeah,
Yeah,
we
man,
get
I
to
did
see it,
not
man.
even know that though. That's crazy. Damn, I didn't even know y'all had a little treaty, a treaty with Cuba, bro. That's dope.
Yeah, we had a little treaty and stuff. And another thing they did was like when they were finished with the war and they decimate and they unalived our prime minister, they sent in missionaries. And the missionaries taught the religion, and that's how we got our education. And basically, with that, they erase a lot of the stuff that happened during slavery. So the stuff that we learn in the Caribbean is a sanitized version of everything. So it's until we meet with, like, when I came to America, it's the Black Americans that taught me actual history and how to do the research. And then that's how I realized, like, I'm like, no way. I said they was doing all that. And then I do further research into it. And I'm like, no way. They were doing that throughout the entire Caribbean too. I'm like,
Yep.
nah.
That's why, bro. We called it. What?
Uh-oh. What the hell happened? Did I get stuck? Oh no, I'm still here.
Oh,
Probably got a call.
did you guys get conquered by the British?
We
Or was
got
y'all
conquered.
conquered at all? Conquered at all?
Yeah, yeah, we were conquered 3 times. So
Damn.
we were conquered by Spain, then France, and then England. And that's why we speak English now. So the states in Grenada are, I think they're French. And like some parts are like Spanish. So there's like Spanish, French, English.
Damn,
Yeah.
you had all the worst threes. Damn.
No, but many islands in the Caribbean have the same thing. That's why when people try to lump all Caribbeans as one, it can't happen because we had the Dutch. The Dutch had their colonies. Then Spain have their colonies. You have the Dutch Antilles. Everybody had their stake. Everybody had their stake, bro. And everybody speaks different languages. There's French Guinea and like, you know what I'm saying? Like there's so many different parts of the Caribbean that is, Haiti. They were what, like Creole and French. And that boy rocking out. You're rocking out. But yeah, many Caribbean islands had the same history. Obviously, you probably know like Jamaica was the stop where slaves was butt broken, like how you guys see in America. Before they send them to America, they would send all the slaves that would not give up their African heritage. They would send them to Jamaica. So that's why Jamaicans are the most aggressive out of all of us.
Damn. So have you been to other Caribbean countries?
I've only been to Barbados
Ooh,
and
Barbados.
Trinidad. That's it.
How is Trinidad, bro? Because I've always wondered about that when I was a child, bro. I always wanted to know like how Trinidad was.
Oh, Trinidad is amazing, man. As long as like, you respect the so Trinidad is a two nation type of thing. So you have the Indians that was bringing as indentured servants, and you have the Black Africans. Depending on who you ask, the Black could either be the majority or the minority. Really depends.
So some of them believe in like the Taino blood or something.
No, not those Indians. Indians from India.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so they have like a admixture for Indians from India and Black.
Damn, that's actually kind of weird though. So what Christopher Columbus and all the Spaniards was trying to do, them motherfuckers got mixed up with these type of Eastern Asian, or what is it, Eastern Asian or something like that. And they thought that they was the Southern Asians.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That's crazy. And that just shows you how dumb they can be too.
They ended up like for us, we had the indigenous people and stuff like that. What? And the story goes in a lot of these Caribbean islands that the native population, they off themselves because they didn't want to be the slaves. So we have burial sites and stuff for the native Indians. Each Caribbean island, I mean, even from America come right down to South America, there should be burial sites for all of these people. But yeah, that's how it is, man.
Hey, you just gave me some insight on the Caribbeans, bro. That's dope. I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, it's hella mixed up down there. Don't think like, we're all Black and we all wave the same flag. Like Barbados just started calling themselves like Barbadian. Like before I think 1970 something, they were calling themselves British.
Oh,
They
what
said, "Don't
the
call
hell?
me, yeah, don't call me African. Don't call me. No, we're not that. We're British." I'm like, okay,
Mm-mm. I would never call
but I think,
myself English ever.
yeah, they were like, because we were all colonies of England, but like some of us got, our independence and stuff. But Barbados was like, no, no, we're English. We're subjects of the king. Yeah. I'm like, oh, okay.
Y'all have fun with
Until
that.
until the black Americans kind of woke them up and they're like, oh shit, I'm I'm black. I'm I'm African. Yeah. Yeah. Like, yeah, black
I don't
Americans
know
don't know
why.
like
I don't
how
know why
much
I
like
imagined the face that
influence,
they was
bro.
making while saying that. I just imagined the face. Like, oh yeah, I'm black. I'm African. It's like they're pulling in their jacket a little closer. They feeling like the man.
Yeah.
Oh
They're like,
shit.
oh, man, like, oh, okay. Oh, we black now. Oh, okay. They did all of this. So, oh, okay, okay, we get it now. Yeah, so that's why, like, I be like, even like the Dominicans and stuff. Like, to me, I don't feel like you have to be fully black to join up. They did things to all of us. So I don't know why you trying to like me no me
Me no, yeah,
Dominican,
no
me not
black, me
black, like all that.
Dominican.
Man, get out of here with that shit.
No, but you know what I think it is though. Some people,
Hmm.
I believe, like they're saying they're not African, which is the same shit that we're saying over here though. We're not African, we're black. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's cool.
But yeah, but we gotta think though, because they speak a different language though. So there's like it's so whenever you hear black, because they never heard that
Hmm.
before. You know what I mean? All they heard is
Yeah,
negrito.
yeah. Hmm.
But
Hmm.
whenever you come to America, it's black, and then but you don't hear
Hmm.
black until you hit America. So whenever they're
True.
saying like, no, we're not African, we're not Black American, we're Dominican. That's why they say me Dominican, because they don't say no, I know black. So I'm black, native, and white. Like they should say that if
Yeah,
that if
yeah.
that's the case though. But
Yeah, they,
since
they, they try to do that, but that's because like in the Caribbean, there's no form of like race really, unless
yeah
you're really living with like people. But if everybody's the same like you, race disappears and class becomes a thing. But they like a lot of Caribbean people don't know that race is tied to class.
yeah
So when they
yeah
come to America, they're like, oh well, if I just work hard enough, I'll be different that's what they do. So I understand the anger, but sometimes I'd be like, no, sometimes you have to understand where these people
yeah
are coming from and tell them, hey, over here, your race is tied to your class. You look like dirt to them. Like it doesn't matter, you
yep.
know? A
Because
monkey, a
even then,
monkey in a
even
suit is still a monkey to them.
yeah, because even the white people treat the natives like shit, bro. So
Yeah.
like, what makes you like just say you Taino or just saying that like you all this happened, you a mestizo or mulatto, whatever you want to call yourself, bro. Like you still gonna look
Nah.
like that in their eyes, bro.
Now, I love it when it happens to them because you know what? Some of them need that type of Negro wake up call. I love it
Mm-hmm.
when it happens to them because my thing, what I recognize is, especially with this Trump stuff and him enabling a lot of this stuff, like a lot of these people, as soon as they make one mistake, you're gone.
Yep.
No, 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 but I work really hard. No, you're gone. What are you talking about? You're not white.
Bless you.
Like how many times they got to tell? No, no, no. But I thought I was. No, you're not white. Like look at what they did to Candace Owens for the
Uh huh.
whole her whole career was talking shit about black people. Her whole career. The moment she did one thing these people didn't like. They threw her ass out. One thing. I'm like, nah, some of them gotta get it. I'm not
They
sorry
don't
for
want
them.
to, man. It's
I'm not
it's too
sorry.
much info. It's too much info for them to take in, bro. So like, whenever they find out this information, you know, they try to deny because they're scared. They don't want to hear the truth, bro.
Yeah, but that truth always hits, man. You're gonna do something they don't like.
Man,
But for me, I've
and
always made it a thing that, like, for me, when I hire people and they black, I give them the layout of how to move. I
yep,
tell them, listen, this is what it is. See that guy over there? He ain't like you. He gonna be nice with you. He gonna tell you some things, and he feel like if you feel like you want to tell him shit so you could get ahead, you're not gonna get ahead.
he gonna have you thinking
Don't
that
tell him that
for a
shit.
little minute.
Man,
Who
I be
Destiny
covering for my
has?
people. I be covering for my people, bro. I be always covering for my people. It doesn't matter where it is, how it is. If they don't know how to do the job correctly, or they're like, oh well, this person is falling back, I'll take on extra work just so that person could catch up and kind of learn what's going on. There's
Yeah,
so,
because
so
if I
many
know it's
shit
gonna
I've
do
done,
good for
bro.
the people, bro. If I know it's gonna do good for my people,
Yeah.
bro, I do not mind doing it. I don't care, bro.
But everybody else does it. That's the thing. The Indians
Mm-hmm.
does it. Nobody ain't stopping them. The Asians does it. Nobody ain't stopping them. And the whites do it. So why am I here trying to fight them? No, I'm not doing that. Like one time, like almost my whole department was like black, bro. They were thinking like I was trying to do a takeover or some shit. They're like, how
Mm-hmm.
come you don't hire like da da da? I'm like, nah, it's just they got talent. To be honest with you, I was lying. Some of them didn't really know, but I was like, if I could train them, I could get them to do the job.
Yep.
And man, I just be like, hey, listen, man, just put yes that you know it. Don't worry about it. And guess what? That's how I got it. Like IT, that's how I got it. It was a black dude. It was like a black American dude. And he was like, just give me your application, da 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 da. And he got me in. And I reciprocated. I ain't pull up the ladder behind me, bro. I was like, let me help out. But that's how we gotta be. And we gotta be moving like how people say we gotta be on code. Like we gotta be moving in silence, bro. Like, you know?
Man, until 60 or 70% of our people start reading books and get on board with every fucking thing, at least 60. At least. Bro, it's never
Yeah.
gonna happen, bro.
We need to get on that code, man. Like put the differences aside and let's take over this thing, man. Because all these other people, they're putting stupid people in command. Like, you think what?
Bro, and they're making them
Yeah.
celebs. They're making them celebs and
Yeah.
playing in front of our faces, bro. It blows my mind. I swear, bro. It blows the fuck out of me, bro. It blows the
Putting
hell out of
stupid
me.
people, bro. Every time I'm like, this person is useless. This person don't know nothing. I could find a black person who knows that shit. I know somebody who knows that shit. But no, they'll be like, well, it's because it's my countrymen, right? And I have this innate bias. I want that too then. If you're doing it, I want to do it too. But we need to be on that code. Like, we need to be on that, we help each other out and shit like that. Like, I love it when black people are successful. But what happens is when they get successful, black people are also isolated. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
I was about to say,
Like,
they tend
I'm
to
pretty
forget who
sure
they
that
is,
that
man.
yeah. I'm pretty sure like people like Jay-Z and all of them, I'm pretty sure they want to do certain shit. But like when you in them rooms and you're the only, you know what I'm saying? You
Yep.
can't move. You can't
Like a
move like that. Your
switch.
hands are tied.
You see what happened to Diddy, bro?
Mm-hmm.
Man was about to get broke off by Ciroc, and I mean broke off, bro. But you know how they do though. Whenever a black man try to get money, bro, jail time.
Yeah, they like, hey man, you can't be having assets, you know?
Yeah.
That asset shit, they don't like that at all. Oh, a black man. I'm not even sure if Jay-Z gonna be safe, bro. With that NFL shit, I'm just like, bro,
What? Oh, what?
that's a
He been
slippery.
caught. He got caught betting or something.
Yeah, I think something crazy happened.
Bro, there is a lot of people getting locked up for that shit, bro. Especially some NBA players, bro.
But the thing is, that's what they've been doing for years. Like we been know that the mafia been running
Yeah,
boxing
but guess
rings
what
and
though?
like
But guess what?
we been
The,
know.
the thing is though, the mafia used to come up to people personally and say, "Hey, my guy, I want you to miss about 3 shots today, okay? And then after that, we can talk about it." And then, you know what I'm saying? But now that we got these apps and shit, though, bruh, they can trace that shit, and then they can look at your performance,
True.
and then other people's putting more money inside of that though. So it's just like, oh yeah, so you feel like you knew it was gonna happen. That's why you putting like 10 million on this game right now. Yep, I know you part of it. And plus, like, people sitting there messaging each other, talking about this shit, saying like, "Hey, bro, if you miss this 3 shots, bro, I'm about to hit this parlay, bro. I give you 5 mil, bro, off rip, bro. I just got to get this 11 mil though. So miss 2 shots." You know what I mean, bro? So it's just like that
Yeah,
type of shit like that. And then they look at the basketball players' performances; they're playing like shit, and that's why one of the
yeah,
basketball players is in jail now, bro. Because like this man, you would see this man chew the. I mean, bro, he would shake the lights out of somebody, bro. This man was playing like shit the whole entire game, bro.
yeah. True,
It's just like, bro,
true.
that's so obvious, bro. Like even people that wasn't even betting, like people on the internet sitting there pointing that out, bro. You don't think that the elites is gonna find out about that? You're tripping.
Yeah, they gonna find out. Like they looking at your bank account too. Like they gonna wonder, like, hey, bro, well, where all this money is coming from, or like, why you got like this Swiss bank account over here, or I think it's an Antigua now. Like, why you got that Antiguan bank account, and or what's going on? But then we have like Goofy Patel, the FBI director. Is there more people in the gambling ring? Well, yeah, but we're not really sure. I'm like, okay, so you mean you're gonna protect your people? Okay, all right, man, it's cool. The black man, he got to go down, but everybody else, they get to say a secret. All right.
That's usually how it goes. It's usually how it goes, bro.
And that bro is that bro is such a goofy. He said that like there's threats on his life and shit, but it's coming from inside the house. Like these white people don't want him there,
Who said
and they're
this?
telling him like the FBI director, the Indian
Oh,
dude.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's his own mother, folks, that is telling him like go back to India, you san and we're gonna strange fruit you just like da 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 da. I'm like, oh, man.
Yep.
And you taking all of that and you still saying you're loyal to these people, bro? Bruh, I think that I don't want to say that word, trash panda. Trash panda ideology needs to be studied. We just need to put that shit in a museum. Any black
What's
museum, they need to put that in there.
what's trash panda, if you don't mind explaining?
It's a raccoon.
mm. Mm.
Yeah, they go through. So we kind of changed it up now. Like that's the new lingo I heard about.
Okay, so it's
So
a
they're
trash
like,
panda. Okay.
yeah, you're
Yeah,
a
because I
trash
used to
panda
straight up say,
now.
I'll be like, bro, that brother right there is a C00N, bro. That's
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, they be saying
Man.
trash panda now. I'm like, oh, okay. Didn't you the trash? All right, yeah, I get it. They do that.
No, bro, but that's the only reason why some black people are down now, because the people that are in power are the coons though. Oh, my bad, trash
Yeah.
panda.
Yeah.
But no, but yeah, bro, because the thing is though, you remember the black people that was in power back then: Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. I don't want to say Farrakhan because hell no, bro.
Nah, they pacified his ass. Ever since like the Gaddafi shit happened to him, he started talking about the G people are now his friends. I'm like, the same G's who was like, man, I ain't.
the German or the other G, like
Yeah,
G,
yeah.
like you talking about like
Mm-hmm.
G, like
Yeah.
G. Oh, okay, okay.
Mm-hmm. 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 He
Nah,
started talking about they're his friends. I'm like,
and you're Muslim saying that? You're Muslim saying that?
all right, bro. No. That's what make me like get mad with him because I was like, Malcolm helped set this shit up in a certain way, bro. And you, as soon as like you realized that they were Xing out, other leaders and shit that wanted to give you money, or all of a sudden, I'm a peaceful man. I don't know. Yeah, that's what, bro. Look at his rhetoric before and his rhetoric after.
Cause I'm telling you, bro, my dad, bro, he used to punch Farrakhan inside my brain, bro. I mean, he would punch that shit in there. Play videos after video after video after video. And I could tell because the thing is, whenever he was younger, like in his late 20s, early 30s and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
man was passionate. He was like, damn, no, damn,
Yeah.
and but
Mm-hmm.
then whenever you get, after the fact, though, he's like, people lie. People lie. But black people
Mm-hmm.
don't lie. We beautiful. Yes. I'm just like,
Nah.
oh, okay. And plus, and with that saying, I have never trusted a brother that's a pastor, an activist, or a person that just loves to give speech, a motivational speaker. I ain't never trusted a brother with a perm. I'm sorry, I can't do it. I ain't never trusted a brother with a perm. Never did. I was 5 years old watching Farrakhan. I knew I didn't like him. I knew why I didn't, because of the perm. It ain't never sat right with me, bro.
That man, I don't know, like what happened. That dude got scared as hell. That dude was talking about we need to have our own nation and we need to have this and we had to like all the Marcus Garvey, the Malcolm X, the all of that. Where did that go? Where did that go? As soon as Malcolm and King got, X'd out,
Yep. I was about to
it
say, and
just
Dr. King.
changed up.
Yep.
Just like changed up. Oh, the
Because
J's are my
the
friends.
thing is though, with Martin and Malcolm X, bro, with them, because like the thing was though, they was on two different sides of the book. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because Malcolm X was trying to get to the end. Martin Luther King was just starting to get to the beginning. You know what I mean? It's almost like the beginning of the book. You wanna get started. You want to introduce everybody, but that takes a long time. You know what I mean? That's time consuming. But when you get to the end of the book, you already know what happens though. So it's just like you ready to go for it. And that was Malcolm X's idea though. But when he saw how fucked up that these motherfucking Muslims was moving, bro, he was like, hell no, bro. He said, Dr. King, bro. He said, yeah, bro. I still want to do my thing, but I think I'd rather team up with you, bro, because I feel like you more level headed and you got more sense than anything. And then they was like, hell yeah. So after that happened, and then they started meeting up with all their leaders in Africa, killed all the leaders in Africa. Then they killed off who they kill off first, Malcolm or Martin?
I think it was. I think it was King first, and then Malcolm after. Like I think it was like it happened back to back for sure. I think it was King first. Because I think Malcolm looked like a setup because when King, yeah. It was King first. I'm pretty sure it was King first. I mean, correct. Uh-oh. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Damn, they might have got my boy. Okay. No worries, man. Well, I'm gonna end it. Cool. Cool. Follow and I'll come in.